All right, welcome back to another episode. I say episode like we only do this once a year, but it's only one episode we probably do every year of where we do the Vendetta March Madness bracket. We don't have our college basketball guys. We have some guys that are fucking scrubs, but we love fucking hoops. Like we're bums for hoops, so we're gonna do it anyway. I've been only watching college basketball this week. I like watching the championship week. I need to do better at watching it the entire year, but at the top of me, at least, I don't know for y'all, I have Garrett Burroughs. Below, I have Jackson Fyda, who has the fire picks, hopefully. And then, did I say that right? I still don't know if is it Jackson Fyda?
You nailed it.
Dude, I'm fucking great at this.
That's a miracle because he's terrible at last names.
I really am. I was like, that sounds like Fyda, so I'm going to say Fyda. And then we got Matt Hanifan, one of the MVPs of the site on the bottom over there, for at least for me. I don't know about for Garrett. And he's repping his Nevada gear. How are y'all doing, guys? Are we doing great?
Oh, fantastic.
Doing all right. Hanging in there.
I think my family, like my wife is sick of me. My in-laws are sick of me because everywhere I've gone, I have just put college basketball on. And, and we're watching college basketball again. I'm like, absolutely we are. I have to act like I know what I'm doing for college basketball when I make my bracket, when it's just fucking luck. It's just fucking luck. Okay. Before we get started, I have some stats here. I don't know if anyone else has some stats to share, but I do have some stats to share. Kind of going into what I'm thinking first, as far as a champion here. Okay, they have to be, since 2002, all champions have been either they've been top 40 in offense, and they've been top 22 in defense. Okay, with me so far. Yep, you're writing that down. Yeah. I have down. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams that fit that criteria. We have UConn, Houston, Purdue, Arizona, Tennessee, UNC, North Carolina, Auburn, and Marquette. So those 8 teams fill out that top 40 offense and top 22 defense.
Well, okay, so it's both, not either or.
It has to be both. It has to be both.
Okay, because yes. I've done previous looks at this, and like the valuation that I got was like, I did this like a month ago when I was like putting some bets in for it because I'm a degenerate asshole.
Hey, you know what? It's like that for betting.
Yeah, and I was looking. I think it was like I got to like a top 25 offense, but you need like a top 20 defense. Or something like that. And I don't remember how far I backtracked it. I think it was like a decade or something. It wasn't since 2002. So
listen,
it was something like that.
I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. Like if it's been going like that for 20, chill out. You chill out. I don't want you to say anything. Don't give me that look like where you're like, you are stupid, Garrett. I see you up there.
No. I had a comment about the stats. Stats. Auburn is the lowest seed out of those teams, right? They're a 4 seed. All those other teams are like 1s and 2s, right?
Auburn is a 4, correct?
Yeah.
Interesting. Garrett's like, interesting.
That's all. I wasn't gonna clown you.
And then even last year, Connecticut was a 4, and they still had a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense, or top 5 offense.
So I'm gonna give you some round of 64 stats, and then I have some round of 32 stats when we get there, just so we can get more into the picks. I wrote these down. I'm telling you. All right, round of 64 stats. Usually you might get lucky with 115. 115 is a very low percentage. However, there is a 15 I like in this one. But you're usually going to be okay if you do 114 over a 3 seed, 113 over a 4 seed, 2 12s over 5 seeds, and then 2 11s over 6 seeds, 2 10s over 7 seeds. So usually getting about 2 of those, and then 114, 113. 115 if there's one that you like. Those are usually going to be a good bet. Like you can probably get 1 out of the 4 on those. Does that make sense? We're all good on that. All right, cool. Let's get into the picks. I'm done with my stats. Let's go. Number 1.
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate you coming prepared, more prepared than me.
Yeah. I wrote that down.
I like stats. I'm the stats guy.
I don't like losing. That's the thing.
You are a stats guy.
You are a stats guy, and you're also housekeeping
really quick as well. On ESPN, it does not let us pick the first 4 games. So as they come up, we'll be picking the team winning, and then we'll go into the actual game itself.
Bet. Good job, Garrett. All right. First one, UConn versus Stetson. Anyone picking Stetson?
Nope.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was looking at Hanifan. I was looking at him. I wasn't sure for him.
Like, wait a second.
Right.
No.
Next one, FAU. So Florida Atlantic, who went to the Final Four last year in a crazy bracket itself, and then we got Northwestern, which I believe Cervantes goes to Northwestern, does he not? He still goes to he's a big Northwestern guy.
I don't know. I don't want to mischaracterize this, but he's like one of the heads of their.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like he's high up there. I think
he's almost like the SID, but I don't know if he is. I could be so completely off.
Matt was an SID.
We all know what the SID is, like sports information director. I don't. Anyway,
oh,
moving forward.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I don't think he's that, but I don't. Anyway, yes, he goes there. That's
okay. So we got FAU and Northwestern. I had a look. I think I'm going to go FAU on this one. Thank you, Garrett. That helps too. I mean, Northwestern does play in a harder conference in the Big Ten. However, I don't know, like FAU maybe seated a little too high just because they made the Final Four and that, stuck with the committee because as Jackson Fyda was telling us, before we started, like they fucked everything up on this. They fucked the whole city and the selection committee fucked everything else. I have FAU here.
They messed up.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like both of you are in agreement on that one, which we'll get to. Once we get to one of those teams, we'll talk about that. I have FAU on this game. What do y'all have?
FAU.
I'm riding with the Fighting Alex Cervantes. Alex Cervantes. I'm going with Northwestern.
Okay, Northwestern.
I like John L. Davis a lot.
Okay.
Northwestern did lose, they lost Ty Berry, who I think is one of their better guards for this season.
But Boo Booey.
A little while back. They also lost someone else.
Yeah. Boo Booey sounds good. You gotta you gotta say with confidence.
Boo Booey is a very good player.
It's the only guy I know. That's all I got.
Ryan Langborg, their shooting guard's also pretty good. I'll go Northwestern.
All right, so now we have a tiebreaker.
All right,
I could flip immediately, but I'll go Northwestern.
Now, one person might have said earlier, and I don't know what we were doing. We were doing something. Oh, we were picking college games. Garrett, do you remember this? We were picking college games, and if you don't ride with Vendetta, you're against Vendetta. Remember I told you that when
I learned that the hard way with Nevada. I learned that the hard way.
So I feel like if we don't ride with Vendetta here, then we're already doing. Yeah. So we got to go with Northwest.
There you have it.
If we all picked or three of us picked FAU, we would go FAU. But since we got a tie,
that is true. Because we have a tie, you have to ride with Vendetta.
You got to ride with Vendetta.
Should I also trust a team that lost to Temple?
That's true.
In the tournament.
And Bryant earlier.
Listen. The whole thing with Temple is like, okay, they got accused of point shaving. Okay, it seems more guilty now though that they started winning. That seems more guilty.
Yeah,
I feel like if you kept losing, you're like, no, they're just that bad of a team. But then now we get into we started winning. And it's like they were like, oh, we're trying to prove that we're not point shaving. But then it's like, so you did, we got you. But yeah, I'm fair with that. That one was one of my harder games to pick anyway. I was like, 8 and 9 seeds should be so.
8, 8s and 9s for me are always tricky.
All right, San Diego State, a Mountain West conference team, and we have UAB who won their conference tournament. I think I'm gonna let Fyda and Matt Hanifan kind of tag team on this because they're more of the Mountain West guys. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, first,
why don't you go first?
I don't think UAB is that good. I mean, I watched Bradley beat him at the very first game of the season at UAB. I haven't thought they've been good all year. Mm-hmm. They just happened to get hot at the end. Temple obviously beat FAU, so that's how they got in. San Diego State's damn good, so I don't think there should even be a question.
Yeah.
San Diego State, they have the experience. They have an All-American or a potential All-American in Jaden Ledee. They have one of the best defensive point guards in the country in Lamont Butler. They can go. They're 7-8 deep. They're not a good 3-point shooting team though. That's their bugaboo. Like if they can't hit threes and if they're playing they've played from behind a lot lately, but they're not a good 3-point shooting team at all. They're barely 30%. But just with the experience, with the toughness, they can suffer these offensive lulls and still win games. I'm riding with San Diego State.
I think that's a kind of underrated factor into is that experience. Like those
Yeah.
younger teams, like they're not kind of used to that kind of, but then you get those experienced guys. You're like, yeah, we got it. It's fine. And then San Diego State's defense is just fucking disgusting.
It's not great. They don't have great guard play, but they have good enough guard play to compensate.
Yeah. So
and like again, they have the experience, they have the toughness. Like all of these dudes have been here before, so I'm not worried about them.
Now, Garrett, did you get outvoted on that, or were you going San Diego State on that one?
I was going to go San Diego State as well. I had San Diego State as well.
All right. Auburn and Yale. I mean, Yale almost fucking lost to Brown. They almost stole that game. Did y'all watch that game?
Yeah, that was crazy. What was it? Down 6 with 25 to go.
Yeah. Like it's like, how do you almost do that? And then they escaped it. They escaped. I'm not big on choosing Ivy League teams anyway, especially if you're coming in as a 13. So I'm going Auburn here. Auburn looked really well in the SEC in that tournament. I think they're a little bit hot right now. I kind of like Auburn for this one, even though they're going against an Ivy League team. I'm like, I'd probably go Auburn anyway here.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely Auburn. They look so good. But there is a world I see Yale winning this game, honestly.
No way. So
Ivy League, I was there in Sacramento last year when Princeton
won. Me too. I was there. Yep.
They did. Ivy League does well in tournament. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going with Auburn. They look so good right now. And I don't think Yale has enough about them, but I don't feel as confident with this as I did like with the San Diego State pick.
Yeah. I see that.
Garrett? I don't love Auburn's guard play that much. Katie Johnson's fine. He's a fun player. They have Baker Mazzara, who's pretty good, and Broom. But no, I'm going with Auburn here. I think Auburn's defense is too much for them.
Yeah. Garrett, same thing here. Auburn. Going to Auburn. Oh, you're doing great.
Listen, I don't have much to contribute to this. I'm just here to host the StreamYard, basically. So,
Gary, don't undersell yourself. We're good here. Oh my God, don't start that nonsense. So, okay, so we got BYU, and I don't know how to say that school's name. It's Duquesne. Okay,
Duquesne. I would have said that.
I would have said Duquesne. I definitely would have said Duquesne. I'm telling you, Duquesne. Duquesne sounds like that sounds like a name. Like
how would you pronounce Marquette if you didn't know if it was Marquette?
No, that one's Marquette. I could see that because it's and then the Q and then I could see Marquette. I could see that.
You'd call it Marquita.
Oh no, not Marquita. Don't do that to me.
Marquetti.
Not Marquetti. For me, I don't know how to feel about Duquesne here. I'm not gonna lie to you here. I watched some of the tournament. They did a lot of good things. They were good. They had some spurts of it, but then they worry me too. I was just like not necessarily sure how good their conference really is. I personally went with BYU here, but I'm not confident in that pick either. Like this one was a real iffy pick for me. I went with BYU, but I'd love to hear some other insights on this one.
It's interesting to me. It's BYU is a variance team because it's like they rely so heavily on the 3-point shot. Like I'm looking at it right here. Over 50% of their field goal attempts have come from deep.
Yeah.
They're an elite offense. They're a really good offense, but you never know in a tournament game where that's going to just completely fall out from you. Like you don't know if a game like you're going to go 6 of 30 from deep or something. Like that can easily happen with them. Not saying
especially in a tournament. And it's like so
right. Like you just don't
live
know.
By the three.
There's what's the word? Like there's a high degree of variance.
Yeah. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, essentially.
Right. Exactly.
Well, what do you got, Fyda? What do you think?
I watched Duquesne today. I'm honestly don't really know a lot about them. I know they beat Bradley early on, but that was when we sucked, so can't really say anything about that. But they could not score at all today. When I was watching them, what was it? They went like 2 for 20 to start out the second half.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That doesn't really give me a whole lot of confidence heading into this. I think BYU, again, I'm not completely confident on this one, but I do think BYU is going to win. And I feel bad because I'm going completely chalk so far, but I think
they are a good defense, though, Duquesne is. That's the tricky thing with this matchup is like they're a good defense. They've won 8 straight, 10 of their last 11. And so like that, obviously when you're playing your best basketball at this point of the season, that does worry me. And I think they were a lower seed in the A10. Like they weren't a super high seed.
They were 6, yeah. They were 6.
Yeah. And so like I don't know. That's tricky for me. Like it's the tournament. Like anything can happen in these types of games, you know. Like you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. And so that's where it's like I kind of want to lean Duquesne here.
Okay. Garrett, what do you got?
I had in our group outside of Vendetta, I took the Dukes. So I'd feel like a Wayfair kind of picker if I went against that, kind of hedge my bets. I'm going with the Dukes.
Well, shit. All right. Does anyone have a coin? This is where we fucked up. We should have had 5 to have a tiebreaker here. But
I got a coin right here. I got
all right. All right. So penny. All right, you got a penny. Okay. Heads. What do you want heads to be, Hanifan?
We'll just go with the top. I'll go BYU heads.
Okay, BYU heads. Tails is Ducanese. What we got?
Hell of a coin flip, by the way.
You got what?
BYU it is.
BYU. Okay.
Right, I got that right. It was heads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
There we go. Well, shit. All right, here we go.
I got something.
Garrett, lead us off.
I got something.
Lead us off.
My only analysis about this game is I can name a former Nugget, a fan favorite who went to Morehead State, and that's Kenneth Fareed. So I'm going to go with Morehead State. That's it. Illinois is going to win this game, and they're going to mop the floor, but Kenneth Fareed went to Morehead State.
Wait, did you just call Illinois?
Yeah, I heard the S.
Did I put an S at the end?
Yeah, there was an
S. By accident.
That's on me.
He's been hanging around me too much. That's why, guys. He's been hanging around me too.
To be honest, that's probably what it is.
I fuck up names all the time. He's been hanging around me too. Like I would never call it Illinois, but I call it Illinois. But whatever. I'm gonna go with Illinois here too. They look damn good in the Big Ten tournament. Or was it Big Ten tournament?
Yeah.
I don't know why I got them and ACC confused for a minute, but yeah, they looked really good. Morehead State has a top-notch fucking name, and if I was just shooting straws here, I would have picked Morehead just because I'm an immature little fuck. But I gotta go Illinois. I gotta go.
Man, cool names are better than not cool names.
Yeah. That's what it is. Like no one likes Illy, Illy. Well, that is kind of a cool name, Illy, Illinois.
Morehead's just a fire name. Like I don't.
Yeah. Like someone was in their bag when they cooked up the college name. They were in their bag. Like they were in the stew. You know what I mean? They were in the studio. Yeah. They're like, we calling this shit Morehead State. Hell yeah, brother.
You were taking Illinois, no S as well, correct?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, as much as I hate them, I live in this state to go to college, and I hear all about it. They're so good right now. So
they looked. That game today in the conference title game with Wisconsin was a lot of fun to watch. That was a really good game.
Oh, it was a great game. It was a great game. All right, we got Washington State and Drake. Washington State's they're in the Pac-12 or they're in a different conference. Please.
Yeah, they're Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Yeah, they got knocked out of the tournament early. It seemed like they did win against somebody. Help me, somebody. I felt it was somebody good.
Stanford, wasn't it?
Then it wasn't anyone good that I thought. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. That they did get knocked out of their tournament early. Drake, as we know, won their tournament and eventually kicked out our our Lord and Savior, Indiana State. Robbed us of Robbie Avila in the tournament. I would have just loved to see that fuck. And it's not because he looks goofy, it's because he's fucking good. Like he looks goofy and he's fucking good. That's the guy they should have casted. And White Man Can't Jump. That's the guy they should have put in there. Because they put Jack Harlow, and Jack Harlow kind of looks like he can hoop a little bit. But you put that nerdy fuck up there, yeah, we're picking him up. He's like, you're not gonna win with him. He would have fucking killed y'all. But I'm gonna go with Drake here.
Drake smoked Nevada earlier. I remember I watched that whole game. Tucker DeVree, I think he was the Missouri Valley Player of the Year.
2 years in a row.
He is really, really, really good.
Yeah. So
really, really good.
I had to watch Drake beat us 3 times this year.
I was gonna say I saw Bradley 3 times on those notable games.
Beat us 3 friggin' times. He is on.
You could let that fly. I heard you hold back. You could let it fly.
I know. I'm trying to do a better job, but
that's fair. I respect it.
I've said fuck at least 11 times today.
I was gonna say you're a better man than at least Alex and I am, because I know Hanifan hardly ever cusses at all. So
Hanifan, he's a saint. He is a saint.
I don't think that's the right word.
All right, close enough. Saint compared to us, I feel like. So we're gonna go.
I'll take credit, but thanks.
Okay, so me and Fyda got Drake, Hanifan, Garrett, Drake, Washington State. What are we feeling?
I'll say Drake,
thinking.
but
he's thinking about it. He doesn't like it.
I had Drake in our other group, so
I had Drake as well.
Okay.
They're
good 10 seed.
Iowa State. Anyone watch any of the Big 12 tournament? Iowa State looks nasty. They look fucking nasty. They're like they don't have the what's the word I'm looking like the brandness of like other colleges that are really good. But fuck these Cyclones, they can fucking hoop. They're fucking
the number
good.
one adjusted defense in the country.
I was about to say. Go ahead, Garrett. I know you've been waiting.
I got a note. I was watching the Selection Sunday telecast, and they had said like after the first group, after they went through the East and a game to Iowa State, everyone was shocked because I guess there's a rule where you can't have the top number 2 seed in the same region as the top number 1 seed. And I guess everyone was shocked that Iowa State, because a lot of people thought Iowa State might have been a number 1 seed. They weren't even the top number 2 seed. So they were like 5th overall or something. I guess that was kind of a shock to some people.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Those are what the nut jobs that do like college basketball year round. That's where they come in. Like those guys are nuts. Like Carl's like that, Cervantes like that. Those guys are nut jobs because they follow it all year long, and like they know all the things. And I'm like,
there's 30 plus conferences, and like keeping
32?
Track with all of that is crazy.
Yeah,
I try to watch a decent amount, and I can't even do that.
I think I told myself I'm gonna watch the Big East for sure next year. Like I will know everything to know about the Big East.
Yeah.
Everything else, I don't know about that. But I'm going to go Iowa State here. Their defense is nasty. I think South Dakota State got a bad draw here. South Dakota State might have a better chance against a different 2 seed. But is everyone going Ohio State? Iowa State? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Gilbert, Lipsy are like 2 really good guards. And so, like, again, guard play wins in March.
So unfortunately, we only had one upset in that region, but once we get to the West,
they're coming.
This one's fucking disgusting.
I already have like 2 in this one.
Yeah, there's some disgusting matchups in here that we're gonna get to there. Let's go North Carolina, and this is Howard and Wagner, I believe Wagner State.
Yeah.
So let's do Howard and Wagner State. Who are we going with here? I don't think it matters, but
I'm going Howie.
Give me Wagner.
I'll go Howard because it's a cool name.
Howie.
I feel like Fyda knows what he's talking about because he said Wagner State, no hesitation. But
I don't know. I'm just going off. I just want
him. You did say that with a lot of confidence. So I was like, he knows about Wagner State.
Bro, I was about to say, I was like, what does he know? Because he's like,
I don't know shit. I just give me Wagner.
Yeah, are we sure
Wagner
it's Wagner
State?
State?
I think it's just Wagner.
I think it's just Wagner.
Well, there you go. Well, you know, I got voluntold to do this, so here we go.
It's true.
We'll go Howard here. I'll go with Howie.
But it's not going to matter, is it?
It's not going to matter. No. So
okay, perfect.
Howard gets a small consolation prize for making the tournament, and then they lose to North Carolina. Fair. Hey, anyone got a 16-1 upset on that one?
No.
Didn't think so.
No.
All right.
Nope.
Michigan State and Mississippi State. Mississippi State had a pretty good run in their SEC tournament. Big Ten tournament for Michigan State was so. They won some games, eventually lost. I mean, but the thing about it is trying to count out Tom Izzo in March tournament is fucking disgusting.
I'm not doing it.
I got a stat about it. I got a
Go
stat.
ahead.
I'm not doing it.
I heard a stat too. I want to know if it's the same one.
As the lower seed in March, Tom Izzo's won 65% of his games.
Isn't that crazy? 65%.
Yeah. He's won 65% of his games as the lower seed in the tournament.
Now I'm curious to see how many times he's been the lower seed and like what that number is.
That's
if it's like a 4
that's
versus
fair.
a
That's
3
entirely
or
fair.
something. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Right.
But more than 50%.
That's still crazy though. That's
like even though this is 8-9, they are technically the lower seed here.
Yeah,
and
they are technically the lower seed.
Like it'd be dumb to count on. I don't know many times where I picked Tom Izzo to be out in the first round and felt good about it. Like, so
there's no way I'm doing it.
You see how I'm talking about Tom Izzo. I'm not talking about Michigan State. Like Michigan State as a team, Tom Izzo though, I'm like, fuck, I'm scared of that guy. Everyone's scared of that guy when it comes to March. So I'm gonna go Tom Izzo and Michigan State on this one.
He has some weird, like whether it's in the conference tournament or like some just weird voodoo magic.
Yeah.
You just pencil him into the Sweet 16. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that, but like typically history says.
But at least to get out of the first round.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Jackson, Michigan State.
It is. Hold on. I'm gonna cut you off because I feel like I'm more important than everybody. Always, right? I can't stand people like that. Michigan State, right here. I wore green today because it's St. Patrick's Day, and I interrupted Fyda just for that. So if that doesn't show you how much of an asshole I can be, I'm sorry. Okay, Fyda, go ahead.
I'm sorry. All I said was Michigan State.
See,
give me that.
There you go. Nice and easy.
He knew exactly what I was thinking.
Do you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
Usually my family does because we have a little bit of Irish. My
your dad loves to.
My dad, my mom's dad, so my grandpa on my mom's side, was a big Irish guy. I mean, and he was from Boston, Red Sox, like Celtics, like the whole nine.
Red Sox.
So So
vomit in my mouth.
Okay, but yeah, usually they go pretty crazy on St. Patrick's Day. My family in San Antonio, they'll go to an Irish pub that they have on there on the Riverwalk called.
I have a story about that specifically. I have a story really quick, then we're gonna get back into
Dirty Nellies.
So,
Dirty Nellies.
Yes, there was a time I visited Alex and his family when they were living in San Antonio at the time, and we went down to the Riverwalk, and his dad and his grandfather went to this bar, and we went to the Riverwalk Mall, and we his mom came and picked us up because we were maybe 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, something like that.
Yeah, we were 16.
And we walked to the bar where they're at, and they're so goddamn drunk. His dad is walking along the edge of the water into the Riverwalk, and Alex has to grab his dad's shirt and pull him back from falling into the water because he couldn't walk straight.
Well, what's crazy about that is the reason why he was falling is because he was grabbing my grandpa, and he did the same thing to my grandpa. And then I was watching, and I was like, and then he started going, so I had to pull him. But yeah,
and it wasn't one of those gentle grabs and pull. You heard the smack of skin against the back and just.
And he goes, "Thanks, son."
Just yanked him. Yeah, that's it. Just kept moving.
I
didn't know y'all knew each other that long. That's pretty cool.
So we've known each other since 2010.
Jeez.
Yeah, can't stand him. That's what I'm saying.
I'm glad we have the same reaction.
God, fucking all right. I think this is a really shitty matchup. St. Mary's at 5, Grand Canyon at 12. Don't ask me what conference Grand Canyon plays in, but I know they've won. Which one?
The WAC.
The WAC. Yeah, WAC. They won the last. Or they've won this tournament the last 3 or 4 times, I believe. The Grand Canyon has, and then St. Mary's is now always contending with Gonzaga for the
West Coast.
Thank you. The West Coast Conference. I don't know why I drew a blank there. I couldn't remember where was the East and West, if that tells you anything about me. And they actually won the tournament this year against Gonzaga. Gonzaga usually comes out on top, but St. Mary's did win this year. St. Mary's usually gets in at an at-large bid, so it feels good for them to win the West Coast Conference. But this one's tough. Garrett, I think you told me one of your picks on this one. What would you go with here?
This was one of my first actual big upsets on my bracket. I'm taking Grand Canyon. You guys spoke about how good of a team San Diego State is, and they have a win this year over San Diego State. I think that Grand Canyon could be one of these really fun teams that kind of makes a run into the Sweet 16. And I think it starts against St. Mary's, who admittedly has beaten Gonzaga twice this year as well. So they've beaten good teams too, but Grand Canyon, really fun to watch. And I think they could make a run here a little bit.
Anyone else?
I think it's going to be tight. I need to go St. Mary's because I'm probably going to be playing soccer there next year. So I need to go with them. And plus Last year they were 5-2 and they beat VCU easily, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't feel confident about it, but I gotta go with St. Mary's.
They looked really good playing Gonzaga. They looked like they were in complete control. The thing about St. Mary's is you're gonna have to beat them. They're not gonna beat themselves. Like you have to. You know what the fuck I meant.
You do have to beat a team to advance. That is correct. Good analysis.
But usually a team can beat themselves.
I know what you mean.
Thank you. Smart fucks that can use context clues anyway. Actually, brother. I'm gonna go St. Mary's as well. Hanifan, that would leave. Do we have a tie, or are we going St. Mary's here?
I think St. Mary's is the better rebounding team. They're going to play at their pace. It's going to be they're going to play slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're going to be methodical with what they do. I would probably lean St. Mary's.
Dang. No, you.
I don't know.
Okay. You did. All right. So
listen, I'm happy to be wrong with this. I like upsets when it's not my own team.
That's fair.
That's true. Well, unless you're on the good side of the upset.
That is also true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which Nevada could be, which we'll talk about later.
Yes. Alabama and Charleston here. Alabama, I think they went so-so in their SEC tournament. I don't know where Charleston plays. Don't ask me. I'm gonna go Alabama. I'm not a big believer in this Charleston team. I don't think they played anyone really of, kind of value, for lack of a better term. Let's see. Pull it up. Yeah. See, just very.
I do know that, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, obviously. Alabama is the highest scoring offense in the country, correct? They average like over 90 points a game or something.
You want to talk about a team that plays with pace?
Yeah, they're fat.
They play with pace. Like they will go up and down the court like it's nobody's business. Like they've had multiple games where they're scoring 100+ points, or they're allowing 100+ points, and that wasn't it.
They played Kentucky, and they did that, right? Where
yeah,
it was like they scored like 117 points. So
they play. That's just how Nate Oates he's like. That's just how his teams play.
So you're telling me to bet the over?
It's probably already set fairly high, but yes.
I wonder what the
or at least a team total over if you're going to do it.
Yeah. I got Alabama. It sounds like we're going Alabama here, Garrett. Alabama.
Yeah.
And by the way, Charleston plays in Charleston, South Carolina. So,
yeah, see, no one likes South Carolina. Okay. Clemson and New Mexico. I'm going with the Lobos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't know anything really. I didn't watch no Clemson basketball this year. I did watch New Mexico this week, just watching the tournament, and I'm going with the fucking Lobos. Hell yeah, brother. We're going with the Lobos here. Garrett, you're a New Mexico guy too, huh?
Well, I will always root for New Mexico because I lived there for like 5.5 years, and I went to more games at the Pit than I can count when Steve Alford was there, and that was always such a fun environment and such a fun team to watch that I'll always keep my eye on New Mexico. For the record as well, going back to the last game really quick, the over is 170.5, and the team total for Alabama is 90.5.
Probably take that over.
So
I'm not saying I'm going to bet it because I've been on a very, very bad streak when it comes to college lately. But yeah,
hey, we're going to break it. We're breaking it in March.
You know how you get out of that is you just bet more.
I tell myself that a lot. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't.
1-800 gamblers. All right, here we go.
That's crazy.
What do you got, Fyda and Hanifan? What do y'all got?
I don't get how they're an 11.
I don't either.
They're 22 in the net, have, what is it, like 5 quad 1 wins, and they're technically a bid thief. Like, I honestly don't understand that at all. Clemson, I don't think is good either.
I don't think Clemson's good at all.
The Mountain West got screwed.
Oh, they did big time.
They got screwed.
But the good thing is that there's like the Mountain West, they did get screwed, and they're gonna be a lot of lower seats. But that's gonna, I really like a lot of the Mountain West matchups to where I'm like, okay, let's take this Mountain West team. So it's kind of fun, and we look like geniuses if we pick Mountain West teams. You know what I'm saying?
But no, just to New Mexico's point, they have 3 exceptional guards: Jalen House, Jamal Mashburn Jr., who. Jalen House is the son of Eddie House, and then Donovan Dent. They have 2 really good rebounders in JT Toppin and Nelly Jr. Joseph. They're a deep team. I like Syracuse. They have, or not Syracuse, Clemson. They have PJ Hall. They have Joseph Girard. Like they have they have some pretty good players. But I like New Mexico's depth here. I like their size. I like their rebounding. I like their offense. I just think New Mexico's the better team, and I think
that's fair.
They have a chip on their shoulder just from this. And like, I don't know if y'all know who like Jalen House. He's probably going to make some noise at some point for being like a hated player. He's probably going to do some shit in this game that's going to piss people off, and he's just like an antics guy.
I love
high energy. It's unbelievable.
I love dickheads like that.
Dude, he's such. I mean, I would love it if it was on my team. I don't really care as someone who doesn't root for New Mexico, but like just around the Mountain West, he's the most hated player in the league, and like he relishes that.
Yeah,
Who's the dude on New Mexico with the real goofy voice?
That's Jalen House.
Oh my god! And that dude's a dickhead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro, those
he's good. And he's
at
really
first
good
glance,
like,
those
really
two things do not correlate.
I think he's a dickhead just because he knows his voice is annoying and he just keeps talking to where like if a dude has a deep voice and he's talking shit to you, it might be like, all right, whatever.
He was talking shit to fans during the tournament, like during that game against Boise State. He was talking shit.
I love shit like that.
Oh yeah. No, he's that guy, and he's like Eddie House's son.
Well, and me and Garrett,
who Eddie House was like,
yeah. Me and Garrett have both been kind of like chirpers when we're playing. But anything. But man, like I love shit like that. When I coach kids, I'm like, hey, it's okay. Like, don't let these fucking kids disrespect you. Don't do that shit. Like, I'm a big like we're in your head. Like, I love that shit. So
Anna Patino's coaching in this game. Rick Pitino's son, Richard Pitino. He's not as good as his dad, but he's a good coach. So I'm going with New Mexico here, and I'm biased. So.
Good shit. All right, we're going Lobos here. Baylor and Colgate. Someone else lead this one off. I'm not. This one's interesting for me. No one. Come on.
I'll say Baylor.
Come on. All right.
I'm also taking Baylor.
I don't know much about Colgate.
I want to take Colgate too.
They're not bad. Like
they're not. We talked about BYU and how they live by the 3 and die by the 3. Colgate also lives by the 3 and dies by the 3. But Colgate's been twice in upsets. Almost gotten an upset in the last 2 times they were in the tournament. I like them. I don't know. They play good defense too. It's not always just they're shooting threes for the shit of it. Like they play good defense. Baylor's Baylor.
And if you like, I mean, I'm saying this from a pure NBA standpoint because I'm an NBA guy. But if you want to watch a prospect who's like an up and coming guy, like Jacoby Walters one and Misi, they're Baylor center, like two NBA prospects just for this draft class. Ray Dennis is also pretty good too. Ray J. Dennis, former Boise State guy.
I don't know. I like the thing about Baylor is a very good offensive team. And so is Colgate's defense going to be enough? Is Colgate going to be able to get hot enough in this game to win against Baylor? I don't know. That's what's going to be coming down to. So Hanifan's got Baylor. Me and Fyda, I think we're going to go Colgate here. Garrett, what do you got?
I also took Baylor.
All right. Well, you guys
got another point situation.
All right. Heads is always the higher.
I thought you guys liked upsets. I just thought you guys liked upsets.
That's what I thought. Listen, man, we had the coin.
That's true.
You're going by the coin. I thought you wanted an upset here. We could go with an upset right here.
Hanifan, don't let him talk to you like that. Just flip that coin. There you go.
It's Colgate anyway. Put it in. Watch. Look at it.
It is tails. It is.
I told you. Stop
playing. There you have it. Colgate it is.
I told you. All right.
Double digits.
11 and a 14.
We might actually miss on that one. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that one I would love to see Colgate win. I would love to see. So, all right.
I wonder where Hanifan's gonna go with this one.
I think we gotta let the Nevada guy take the helm on this one.
I don't love this matchup for Nevada.
That's not how I thought you were starting this out. I thought you were going to come out really.
Let me get to where I'm going.
All right. I'm going to let you cook.
I don't love this matchup for Nevada. Deron Holmes is a matchup problem for Nevada. Nevada has size in the front court, but they don't have they're not incredibly deep. KJ Himes is good. Nick Davidson's good. Dayton's also a team who they're an exceptionally good offense. Nevada's a very good defense. So it's kind of strength versus strength. Both teams play at a slow tempo. Possessions are going to be at a premium. I think the difference comes in the rebounding battle, who I think both teams are fairly evenly matched on the rebounding battle. I think Dayton might have the slight advantage. But the free throw, Dayton's a team that shoots a lot of free throws and they don't foul. Nevada's a team that is very reliant on getting to the free throw line sometimes. Jared Lucas, who you may have seen in this graphic, he's very good at getting to the free throw line, flopping. Very good at that. And so I think from a matchup perspective, I don't like this matchup for Nevada because I think they have the size, they have the shooting to give Nevada problems, but they also have the discipline defensively. And I can't trust Nevada in tournament games when it's not in a regular season tournament. I just have a hard time trusting. They haven't been successful in the Mountain West tournament under Alford. Alford just is known for blowing big games just throughout his career. And so I'm going to lean Dayton here. I don't want to be correct, but
that's definitely not where I thought this was.
And Nevada, I don't know how much this factors into it, but they have been dealing with a flu bug lately. That's why they lost. Not why they lost, but a reason why they didn't play as well against Colorado State in their conference tournament. I don't know if they're going to be fully recovered by then. But they are a deep team, so that does give them the advantage. I think they're deeper than Dayton, but Dayton's more top heavy. And I just think Deron Holmes is just a matchup problem for Nevada. And Deron Holmes is another NBA guy if you want to look at potential prospects for this upcoming class. Deron Holmes is probably going to be, I don't know, mid to late first.
So now we have to ask our questions. Are we bigger fans of Nevada than Matt Hanifan? Because he just should
I'm trying to be honest, man.
I don't know. Sometimes the world doesn't need honesty. Sometimes
listen, man. Y'all listen. I'm okay with picking Nevada here. No shit, I have the hat on. But I'm just trying to give you my honest, objective take. You were giving us the info. The what you think is the game. You were giving us the info. Yeah. Okay. I haven't watched Dayton a whole lot, but just that's just the spark notes of what I know. Nevada, I've watched every game, and again, they're very reliant on getting to the further line. Nevada is a very good defensive team, so that does give them. I think they're a better defensive team than Dayton, so that also could give them an advantage. I'm talking myself into both sides here, but I would lean Dayton, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident in either pick, honestly.
I'm going Nevada.
Jackson, what are your thoughts?
I'm going with my hometown team. You just whipped out a bunch of stats, info, all that bullshit. I'm from Reno. I'm going Nevada all the way.
That's what I was expecting Hanifan to do. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be the stats mats. I'm wearing the Nevada hat.
Did you guys hear? This is a side note, but did you guys hear Providence's coach? I think Kim English is his name.
Yeah.
About what happened, because they were one of the teams who were ruled out, and they interviewed him after the brackets were revealed, and he's just yeah, the analytics are bullshit.
I love it.
It was just that's such an awesome quote for a coach who just saw his team be a first four out.
Yeah. So I'm
predictable but awesome.
Everyone's going Nevada except for Hanifan, it looks like, right, Garrett?
I will also say Nevada is playing their best basketball this season sans the Colorado State game. So I'll talk myself into Nevada here, but I don't love the mistake
once before picking against Nevada. I told myself I'd never do it again, so I can't. So I'm going to go with Nevada.
I think this actually works out though, because Matt Hanifan's using some reverse psychology down in his own team, and us three are going Nevada here to where it's and Matt Hanifan talks about the Matt Hanifan curse, he picked this team, so obviously the other teams. Yeah. But since we're up here, then it's okay, so it's really all four for Nevada. He's just using reverse psychology.
If all four of us confidently picked Nevada, Dayton would win by 15.
So he's got. I have to be the sacrifice this team needs.
I didn't know all of you were going to lean Nevada, and so I'm saying that full disclosure. I can talk myself into Nevada. I think the betting line is Nevada's.
No, you pick Dayton. You pick Dayton. I'm trying to help you. You pick Dayton.
Okay.
Here,
Yeah. Listen, I can talk myself into both sides, but I'll officially pick Dayton.
Yeah. Don't be a wavering Wanda. All right. Here we go. Arizona and Long Beach State. Yeah, I know. It's okay though. It's because you like to fight against yourself. Arizona and Long Beach State. Can we talk before we pick? Can we talk about Long Beach State? Their coach got fired or mutually parted ways on Monday. This is the greatest fuck you in the history of college basketball. I think he's just like, okay, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna win this tournament. We're gonna get in the tournament. I'm gonna get better job offers now since I made this team go to the tournament.
Especially imagine when this story came out, especially if they upset Arizona in the first round.
Oh my god.
Here's the
I feel like karma's gonna get them the win. I feel like I almost want to pick Long Beach State because of the storyline itself.
What conference are they in again?
The Big West. Big West.
Okay, that's okay. I knew it was something like that. Weren't they like a top 4, top 5 seed in their conference?
They were a 4 seed, and they were
a 4 seed. Okay, so like
UCI.
There's probably more circumstances behind like why they're firing the guy or like whatever the case is. Like we have to take it. There's more to contextualize with that. But like,
they weren't a good
how do you
team.
not foresee something like this possibly happening?
Yeah. Like that's why
I don't know.
You should wait until after all basketball is done, and then it's just like okay.
Like wait until like the next day after they get eliminated, if they get eliminated, in the conference tournament, or like I don't know, maybe the dude just saved his job. I don't think that's
and it's like okay, 4D chess move. Now we're gonna be like, oh, we're done, and then we got you in the tournament. Okay, we were just kidding. Like we were just kidding. Like,
but you're right. That's such a weird thing because usually you hear about these coaches fired like after the season, like the day after the season. Like I know the Utah State women's basketball coach got fired like literally after the game.
Michigan lost. Juwan Howard got fired.
Right.
Like,
usually that happens, not when you before the conference tournament even begins. Yeah. Even if the dude is on the hot seat and they're like one of the worst teams in the conference, even a top 4 seed to do it, I feel like it's just crazy.
That he just went. He had that conversation. He went home. He's like, I'm gonna win the whole fucking thing now. Watch this. Watch this shit. All right. Oh, I can't coach. Watch this shit. So I'm going Arizona here. It's hard to pick Arizona. Let me rephrase it. It's hard to pick Arizona like going far in the tournament. I feel like in past years, but I think they're okay for Long Beach State. I think this funny ass story has came to an end. I think they're gonna lose Long Beach State, but not without him saying "fuck you." I won the tournament. Now I'm gonna get a better job. I feel like so. Yeah. I feel like that will happen, but I'm still gonna go Arizona on this one.
How does that affect just on the side note? How does that affect the next head coach who comes in there? The trust with the new athletic director, or not the new athletic, the same athletic director, but like
I feel like they're gonna have a hard time hiring a new head coach.
They're gonna have to go. Exactly. They're gonna have to go below and try to get someone from. But like you can't, there's not gonna be a lot of move.
It feels like you lose leverage.
Yeah,
in that spot, you lose some sort of respect.
Well,
that's national headlines now. That's not just.
You gotta think of how that goes as well as players too. Like like there's gonna be people wanting to transfer out of there. You're not gonna get many transfers in. You're gonna have people that recruits. They're like, well, are you gonna fire my coach? Right before the conference tournament, that kind of shit. That all plays a part. So
yeah.
But everyone's going to Arizona. I think Fyda, you said you might go Long Beach here.
No, I'm going Arizona, but he's also a good coach. Like he took Gonzaga to the Elite Eight way back when before he was there. Yeah. Like, he is a legitimately good coach, which is why it's crazy that they just fired him before and then he did this. I just think it'd be hilarious because Arizona lost last year to Princeton in the same situation. Long Beach has all this going. I could see a world where Long Beach wins, but I gotta go Arizona.
All right. Here we go. South region. We got Houston and Longwood. I think it would have been fantastic if Longwood and Moorhead were in the same region.
If we got Robertson.
I feel like we needed that in the same region. And, once again, the committee just kind of fucked us on this, but whatever. Houston is 1. Longwood is 16. Is anyone really betting against the Cougars, at least on this first round? Cougars look really good, even though they did lose in the Big 12. They look fucking good though.
They lost by 30 in the Big 12. Kelvin Sampson's going to be like, dude, we're winning this game by no less than 45 points.
Yeah, and I mean that was surprising. Like I went out and then I came back and I turned on the game and I was like, holy shit, they're getting skull. I put in the Slack, I'm like, they're getting skull fucked. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like I was like, Jesus Christ. But basketball's like that. Sometimes those losses happen. 1, 8, 9 games, very hard game to pick for me. We have Nebraska out of the Big 10 and Texas A&M out of the SEC. I would love if someone had some insight on this one because
know the name Keisei Tominaga.
Yeah,
from Nebraska. This dude is electric.
There you go.
This dude.
Oh, wait. Is this the dude? Is this the Asian Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're going Nebraska. What am I doing?
Yeah. This dude is legit. And like Texas A&M, weren't they the team that beat Tennessee?
Yeah.
I have some thoughts about Tennessee later on, but yeah.
Like Texas A&M, they are a very good defensive team. They are a high energy defensive team. They can potentially take away Tominaga, but like this dude is like a dude who feels like he's built for March, and like he's just built for the big moment, no matter the circumstances being thrown at him. So I'm going with Nebraska.
This might be lazy, but this is his Lynn Sandy era right now. Like this is like he's going crazy. Like this is like it's lazy, but it's just okay. But
he's been going crazy most of the year too.
This dude in the press conference, he's like, "Did you know you're gonna go off like that? Like, or when did you know you were gonna have that kind of game?" He's like, "Well, after the first shot." I'm like, "Hell yeah, brother!" Like, yeah. Talk your shit, motherfucker. Like, hell yeah. So yeah, no, I'm with the Asian Steph Curry on this one. We're going to Nebraska at least to get out of this first round for me. Anyone, Matt Hanifan, you sound like you're going Asian Steph Curry here.
Yeah.
Jackson Fyda.
Yeah, I'm Nebraska. Rink Mass is really good too. I like all of them. So yeah, Nebraska wins.
Garrett, what do you got?
Or just for the record, I'm going to go Texas A&M, but I gotta vote it, so it's okay.
Okay, so here we go. Next one, Wisconsin and James Madison. Where does James Madison play? Someone help me out.
They're in the Sun Belt.
Sun Belt. There you go. Thank you. Wisconsin and the Illinois game was really fun to watch, as Garrett said earlier. James Madison won the Sun Belt Conference. I really like James Madison in this one, guys. I think this is a I don't want to say a gift, but I think I was talking about all these stats about this team wins, like you should pick like 1-12 seed. I think this is the 12 seed to pick. I think this is a good one for me. I think it's actually 2 12 seeds.
They beat Michigan State. I remember talking about that in the Slack with y'all. Like the very, very first game of the season. Like the first
it was the first game of the season.
It
absolutely
opened up the year. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So and we can see right there the points per game is 84 points per game, and then the defense is about the same for Wisconsin. But I don't know, man. Like James Madison sounds like a very good, like it's stats tell you about 2 12 seeds. This is easily one of my 12 seeds.
Yeah. Even though I like AJ Storr, I would go James
Anyone?
Madison.
Garrett?
Or just the math.
I put in the Slack earlier as the game was on that Wisconsin's not a team that I'm sure I'd want to face in the first round. And with saying that, I'm going to take James Madison. It's an unlucky draw for Wisconsin.
I think it's a bad draw. I think if it was a different 12 seed. Yeah. I think if it's a different 12, like I think if Wisconsin's playing UAB, I think Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only saying that because I see UAB as a 12 seed right there. So there you go. Duke and Vermont. I don't know. Duke hasn't done so well in past tournaments. Not necessarily the Duke teams that we're kind of used to seeing. Vermont, I'm not sure how good Vermont is. To be honest, I kind of went Duke here just because I'm like, yeah, Duke can get out of the first round. So that's how I kind of feel about it. If anyone has any insight.
So I'm a Duke fan.
There we go.
Every single game. They suck right now compared to where they should be with the players they have, and it's so fucking frustrating. I'm not going to lie, but they're going to win this game. I feel confident about this. They usually take care of business in the first round. It's usually second round, like we saw last year, where they just get bodied. So I got to go Duke. I don't feel confident about the team at all. Definitely not a 3 seed or anything higher. So I think 4 is definitely right, but I think they'll take care of Vermont.
I think if Vermont had some more noise to it, like, okay, maybe we should be a little bit scared of this matchup, but I don't think Vermont has that kind of noise with them. So I think Duke is going to win this game. I got 2 for Duke. Matt Hanifan, Garrett, anybody?
Oh man.
Oh, Hanifan's going. He's going Vermont.
Let me make it a little bit easier in case you're on the fence. I am going to take Vermont. I'm picking Vermont.
Guys,
it's hard to trust Duke in recent years in March.
The round of 64 though, like the round of 64, we're going Vermont over Duke.
Proctor's fine. Jeremy Roach is fine. I like Jared McCain as an NBA prospect. I like Filipowski, even though he tripped someone.
Yeah. He's on his villain arc right now. But
no, it's okay. I'm not
always see one white dude to hate a Duke. Like it's just with the brand.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it comes with the territory. I feel like so.
I'll go Duke.
You want to. Oh,
I know.
He knows he wants.
You wanted to flip that coin. You wanted to flip it.
I could be talked into Duke losing next round. I could be talked into that. I can't be talked into Duke losing to Vermont. I can't.
I could be talked. Yeah, I could be talked into Duke losing this game. Like what?
No. All right, next one. Before y'all start getting crazy, this is a horrible draw for both teams. I feel like Texas Tech played very well in the Big 12 tournament. NC State, as we know, won the ACC tournament. I put in the Slack chat like a few days ago. I was like, guys, I like NC State, how they're playing ball right now. And then Cervantes like, well, if they're gonna make the tournament, they better win that shit. I said they won that shit.
They went out and won it, yeah.
So I'm gonna go NC State because I feel like I put my balls to the wall on that one. But if y'all choose Texas Tech, that's fine. I get it. Because Texas Tech is no scrub either, and I think this is just a really bad draw for both teams. So
I'm going NC State. I think DJ Burns is just such a problem to deal with. Like watching him play, I forget, is Washington still hurt? Anyone know that for Texas Tech?
I'm not sure.
Hanifan would know
because that makes a huge difference. I feel like.
Yeah. If Warren's not playing, he's their only guy with size who can match up with Burns.
Yeah, because Washington's like an incredible defender. So you take him out, Burns is just going to run all over him.
Yeah,
and he's just like he's not like the biggest 7-foot guy in the world, but like he can definitely make it difficult, or at least more difficult for DJ Burns.
And this is also
DJ Burns is a mountain of a human being.
This is also me being lazy. If we take this 6'11" on the left and this 6'11" and just switch the teams, we're going Tech and NC State. I feel like that's without a question. You guys, so like if BYU is playing NC State, we're taking NC State. Texas Tech over the Ducanese, we're taking Texas Tech. I feel like that's how I see this. But I'm going NC State. It sounds like Fyda's going NC State. Garrett,
Horn's good too. Horn's ridiculous. So
before we get to Hanifan, Garrett, what do you got?
I'll ride the hot team. NC State's in fuego right now, and this is the best time of year to get hot. So I'm gonna ride with them for at least one more.
Matt Hanifan, just so we don't leave you hanging, what were you gonna go with here?
I will say Texas Tech.
All right. Well, it's a good thing we're not picking that team. All right, here we go.
It's crazy.
That's me. I'm sorry. Kentucky and Oakland. Kentucky, you heard that. I'm glad you heard that. I'm glad people are keeping me humble here. It's karma. Kentucky, the 3 seed, kind of been underwhelming, overwhelmingly underwhelming. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Good save. Good save.
They were disappointing or something like that.
He's like, can you limit your vocabulary?
Listen.
Just limit your vocabulary, would you?
Simplify.
Simplify is fucking crazy. Kentucky and Oakland, kind of the same thing as Vermont. I don't hear a lot of noise out of Oakland. I'm not necessarily how sure, even though that Kentucky has, they've been disappointing. These last few games, and the last few marches, to be honest. But I'm still going to go Kentucky here, at least to get out of the first round. This is not necessarily a 14-3 seed that I like here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd's fun as hell. He's a guy who I think will make noise in March. He feels like a March guy. No, I think Kentucky.
Fyda, Garrett.
I don't think Oakland's that exciting. And every decent team they played, they got smacked up by. So.
This is also the Oakland team that plays in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even a California team? No, what are we doing? Yeah, get them out of here.
No.
What a bunch of posers. All right. We got 7 Florida out of the SEC, and then we got Boise State / Colorado. Let's do the Boise State and Colorado game first. First 4 matchup. I kind of like both of these teams anyway to beat Florida for what it's worth, but I feel like we wouldn't be doing our due diligence if we didn't pick a first 4 team out of this one. So what do we got?
Boise State.
I'm also taking Boise State.
Fun fact, Boise State has never, ever won an NCAA tournament game in their program history. They've lost, I believe, 9 games, 8 under Leon Rice, their current head coach. So maybe it flips, but I will go with Colorado here.
Did anyone watch the Boise State reaction after they found out they were a first 4 team?
Yeah,
they were pissed.
Listen, that's a good point.
And I think that's what you need. Like sometimes making the tournament is good enough for some. Of course, you want to win a game, but sometimes you're like, oh, we made the tournament. Like, good for us. Sometimes, and maybe it's just the fucking crazy in me, but like sometimes being disrespected, you're like, oh hell no, let's go out and let's go kick some fucking ass. So I think this could be the kind of motivation they need, not only just to beat Colorado, but I also like Boise State to beat Florida, especially since Florida had a gruesome injury. You can call it the Kevin Ware. You can call it the another one that's the Paul George injury, whatever, like where the fucking the bone pops out of the skin. I can't remember his name, but that is a key guy for Florida. Even if I did know that guy's name, I would fuck up his name anyway. Can someone help me out here?
I don't remember the dude's name, but I know they're starting big.
Yeah, so he's a key player. And it sucks for Florida to happen right before the tournament. But I'm gonna go Boise State in both games.
I will add something on Boise State. They do have a couple of guys who I really like, because I watch Boise State a lot.
Yeah,
there are a couple of guys that I really like, including one, Max Rice, who's the son of head coach Leon Rice, and he is a dude who's like, if he gets hot, he will hit him from like 35 feet.
Oh yeah,
like he went against San Diego State a couple weeks ago. That was like literally from the logo. It was one of the most insane fucking shots I've ever seen in my life. Like, and the shot clock. Anyway, yeah, they're the only problem with Boise State is they're not deep. Like they go 6-7 deep maybe, and so that, like, if you get in foul trouble, that could be a little bit of a problem. And Florida is a team that they are, even without this big guy, like they are a deep team in the front court. They are good in the back court. They're one of the best offensive teams, I believe, in the country. And so I would probably lean Florida in this game. But I don't know. Boise just hasn't gotten it done in March when it's needed to the most. And so like that's where my hesitancy comes in. And maybe that's just me, my bias, because I watch a lot of Boise State. But
So do we all have Boise State in the first 4 versus Colorado? Let's clarify.
I'll pick. I know I just said Colorado. I'll pick Boise State. Why not?
Garrett?
Yeah, I got Boise State.
You're just happy to be here?
Yeah, essentially.
All right. Okay, so we got Boise State out of the first 4. Now we got Florida. Matt Hanifan's gonna go with Florida. I'm still gonna ride with Boise State. Fyda, Garrett, up to you. What are we going? Fyda, let's go with you. What do you got?
I'm going Boise State because of Max Rice.
There we go.
I love that dude. I think he's gonna go off. So I'm feeling them. I think they're gonna get it done finally.
All right.
Tyson Dagenhart and Omar Stanley are both very good for them too. So
there we go.
They have a lot of talent. Boise does.
I'm gonna take Florida. I think that there's something about like a team, if like especially with like one of their better players going down with like such a bad injury like that, they're gonna like rally around, use it as like a calling, be like we're playing for him kind of thing. I think that at least to get through this first game, I think they're gonna use that to their advantage.
Get the coin. Get it out. Get the coin. Heads is Florida, tails is Boise State.
Oh, that was a bad flip. Hold on, let me try that.
Oh
again.
my god. Oh, he didn't like the matchup.
Did we get a Super Bowl flip? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Heads.
All right, we're going Florida.
That's Florida then.
And some of y'all are wondering, well, is Matt Hanifan telling the truth here? Matt Hanifan is one of the most honest people I know. He picked against his own team, for God's sake. So I'm gonna believe Matt Hanifan. It doesn't matter if he says heads or tails. I believe in him. Okay. Marquette and Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky is actually not a bad mid-major team. But I tell you what, I like Marquette and I like Shaka Smart. And that's really it for me. Like, I like Marquette. I like the Big East. I always kind of like enjoyed watching the Big East. But Western Kentucky can play ball, and I wouldn't be surprised. Let me rephrase that. If there's a, I don't want to say that either. If there's an upset, the reason why is because I'm going to get into it later on. But Marquette and Western Kentucky is a good team that can upset a team. That's all I want to say. Boom, bam, boom. Okay, but I'm picking Marquette.
Marquette was without one of their best players, one of my favorite
Tyler Kolek.
NBA prospects, because he simply does not give a flying you-know-what about you or anything that you believe in if you're an opponent. Tyler Kolek.
I'll finish your sentence. I got you.
He's a phenomenal passer. He's one of the best point guards in the country. Guard play wins in March. I'm trusting Tyler Kolek more than I trust Western Kentucky's point guard, who I don't know who that is. I apologize to whoever you are.
Don't apologize. No. I don't know if that's a guard or not.
That's why I pulled it up, because I was trying to see if that was the guard or not.
Tyler Kolek is like 6'2", but he has such an FU competitive mentality. I love
you. Yeah.
Mark,
you could say that about Kansas State last year. Marquise Noel,
yeah,
right?
Noel, yeah.
Like, guard play carries. And I think that's the point that Matt Hanifan is going to try to make. So if Tyler Kolek is healthy, he's returning from an oblique injury. I think once he returns from that, Marquette's going to be rocking and rolling. Does anyone just not like Purdue? Is that a crazy thing?
I was telling my dad, if Nevada's an 8 seed or 9 seed, I want them to be in this draw. Because
I don't know. I've never, like, every time I see Purdue, I'm just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Edie's fine. Like, he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Their guard, they have solid guard play with Braden Smith. I just don't trust Matt Painter.
Well, and then I'll talk about that here in a minute. But do you think Zach Edey, is he going to get drafted? Second round, maybe. Undrafted.
Yeah, maybe a second rounder. I probably not. But who the hell knows with this upcoming class how weak it's.
It's not a very good class.
No. Some team's going to take a shot on him, whether it's in training camp or like whatever, like summer league. Like, a team's going to give him a shot. I don't know if he's going to get drafted. I don't know if he's draft worthy. Maybe a team with multiple second round picks is like, you know what? Why not? Why the hell not? Let's put this dude in our camp and let's see what happens. Other than that, I don't know. He's just not, like, physically, like, he's a college basketball player. I don't know if, like, how he'll physically hold up in an NBA setting, especially with that pace, against just different level athletes. Like, I don't think so. He's developed his game, and he's a good college basketball player. He's one of the best in the nation. He's going to win Player of the Year. I don't know if he's an NBA player.
Sorry. Can someone help me out on the abbreviations for 16?
It's Montana State and Grambling State.
Yeah, Grambling State.
Montana State and Grambling State. Is anyone feeling frisky?
No.
Okay, well, let's take this one. I'm going to go Grambling State for the first 4 game, just because Grambling.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. Don't know anything about
Grambling.
There you go. So
Black History Month was in February. I know it's March, but I'm going Grambling State.
Yeah. First time in, so I think they win.
Is there something I'm missing?
Grambling's historically,
yeah,
and it's an HBCU. It's an HBCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I forgot about the full abbreviation.
Hell yeah, we're going Grambling State. Hell yeah, brothers. All right.
To beat Purdue?
I love it. No. To win the first one. Hey,
I think I will say,
but
I'm not taking
against Purdue, guys. Like,
I'm not taking Grambling over Purdue, but I think this game finishes as like a 9-point game or less. I think it's closer than it should be.
Well, and then you talked about Matt Painter. Purdue just never plays to their strengths. You remember last year when they were like they had like the biggest team in the nation, the biggest, and they were not trying to play bully ball. They were trying to shoot threes. They were trying to do, and I'm like, that's not your strength. Like, play to your strength.
I think their guards are more experienced this year, though, so that may give them like
that helps. But like last year, I was just like, you guys are the biggest team. Like, why are we not getting it into the post, winning the rebound battle? Like, why are we trying to play stretch ball? Like,
and they were going up against the nation's, or I think the tournament's smallest team in Fairleigh Dickinson, like one of the smallest teams in the entire country.
It was.
It was just like, yo, you have 6'2" dudes trying to front Zach Edey. I know you have help behind him, but like, just throw him the ball. Like, just throw it high. He'll catch it and he'll finish it. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, like,
I mean, at least push him off the spot.
At least get to the line. Get to the line. Oh, you feed Edey, like, and then have someone cut, and then maybe you draw a foul that way. But why are we trying to shoot three? Like, I don't know. That never made sense to me. So, we all picked Purdue, Utah State, TCU. 8-9 matchup that I don't like either way. I picked Utah State because everyone, I mean, you guys are really big on Utah State being kind of disrespected by the committee. So you guys,
they should not be an 8 seed.
And that's kind of
7 at minimum. They should be a 6.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm going to go Utah State here. And I like TCU. I kind of associate myself as that's my Texas team. Is I go for TCU for football and basketball, but. I don't know. I'll take y'all's word for it because Utah State. I'm like, yeah. If they're being disrespected, hell yeah, I'm gonna take Utah State.
Danny Sprinkle should be the national coach of the year. Utah State. They did not return a single point from last year's team, and they went 26-5.
Holy shit!
They won the conference. They won the regular season conference in the best year in the Mountain West history.
Yeah,
you should be getting coach of the year honors, and like. They have 2 really good players in Grade Osabar and Darius Brown II, who they both transferred from Montana State. Both of them were tournament players under Danny Sprinkle when they were at Montana State. I don't believe they advanced very far because they were like one of the lower seeds or whatever. But like they did not return a single point from last year's team, and they went 26-5. They won the regular season title. They lost to San Diego State in the tournament. But this team is like a legit good team. TCU lost to Nevada by 13 in a neutral site. I haven't watched much of them this year, but like
neither have I.
I'm going with Utah State here. I just think like they found a way to win close games all year. Utah State has, and again, when you're in the NCAA tournament, you have to win these close games. You have to find a way, and they've done it so many different times this year. I'm going Utah State.
Fair enough.
I think again, they should be like a 60. They shouldn't be an 8. This is bullshit.
There you go.
So,
Utah State for everybody.
Yep.
Cool with it. You want to talk about fucked up draws?
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking horrible. And we talked about this in the Slack chat. McNeese, like they're fucking nasty. Yeah. And then they get fucking Gonzaga, like, and you're just kind of like, what the hell?
Do we think there's a world where this is a bad draw for both teams?
Oh, this is a horrible draw for both teams.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
I didn't know if you were just saying it was just from one side or not. Okay.
No, this is a horrible, like, and it's kind of fitting that St. Mary's and Gonzaga were both 5 seeds because they were that equal.
Yeah.
But this is just a horrible 12 draw. This is just horrible. My daughter chose McNeese to go to the final. She's 2. Okay, so it took us 30 minutes to get her to pick a bracket. So
she believes in Will Wade.
Yeah, she's like, I like good coaching. I personally chose Gonzaga. I like McNeese. I kind of hate that I did that, but I am gonna go Gonzaga here. But I can definitely see a scenario where McNeese wins this game. And I wouldn't be mad about it. I think these are both 2 great teams that deserve to go to the next final, or not the next final, but the next round. I just kind of, closed my eyes and picked one, and it was Gonzaga. That's not really truth, but I picked Gonzaga on this one.
There's not many point guards in the country who are playing better than Ryan Nembhard has, recently. And so I'm hammering this home a lot. But guard play wins in March for college basketball, so I'm going with Gonzaga here. Even though I think McNeese's guards are good too.
See, I'm going McNeese. Shahada Wells.
And I can't even be
Wells
mad
is
about
good.
it.
He's nasty with it.
Yeah, he's good.
I think it's going to be a close-ass game, but I'm going McNeese. I'm feeling them right now.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like because I really want to root for both of these teams. Garrett, are we going to the coin or are you picking one?
No,
here?
we're going to the coin. I got McNeese.
All right, here we go.
Is it? No, just a side note, random question. Isn't Trey a Gonzaga guy?
He's a Duke guy. He roots for Gonzaga though. He likes
Duke.
Yeah, I believe he's a Duke guy.
But that's kind of fitting because he's kind of an asshole. Oh, sorry, Fyda. I forgot that you like Duke. That's on me. Fyda. I forgot you like Duke. Cervantes also likes Duke, so I'm kind of just, I don't know.
You ready?
I don't know. Yeah.
Heads.
All right.
That was my best flip yet. But heads.
That's a tough coin flip. I hate that we had a coin flip that one. I would have loved if we had 5 people in here to help pick us that one. Garrett, you told me something before this game, or before this video, so I want to hear your thoughts on Kansas and Samford. Kansas being the 4 seed out of the Big 12, 13 Samford out of a conference that is in college basketball. That
Southern.
There you go, Southern Conference. Thank you. Unless you change
I don't think I had anything specific. I'm taking Samford over.
Yeah,
Kansas.
that's what I was saying. I just wanted to hear.
Oh yeah, I got Samford. I got Samford in the upset.
This one is one I'm going to go back and forth on because I need to know if Hunter Dickinson and the other fuck is healthy.
Kevin McCullough.
Yeah. There you go. I need to make sure they're healthy. If they're healthy, I'm going Kansas. If they're not healthy,
Dickinson will be.
Okay.
McCullough's
They have as good of a starting 5 as any team in the entire country. Kansas does, and I still don't trust them.
Samford's
good.
Because
they have no depth behind them. And that's the problem. Like Johnny Furphy is electric. He's going to be a dude who might go off in one of these games if they advance far enough. I don't trust Kansas all that much to go super incredibly far. And I'm saying that as someone who, like a month and a half ago, bet them to make the Final Four.
Yeah, I don't know if
I thought it was good odds, and then they started sucking, and then they started dealing with injuries, and it was like, oh shit.
I think if they're fully healthy, I like Kansas, but I'm not sure if they will. So I'm going Kansas. Garrett's going Samford. Matt Hanifan, does it sound like you're going Samford here?
I'm going Kansas, but it's like I'm plugging.
You don't feel good. You don't feel. Yeah, you don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about it at all.
Yeah, you just like you had a cheat day and you shouldn't have had a cheat day kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, I feel that. Fyda, do we have a tiebreaker here, or you got the majority for us?
I'm going Samford. Give me
okay.
Bucky.
Fuck. All right.
Another
Bring out the coin. Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out. I'd be okay with going Samford here.
Yeah, the favorites have been doing well so far on coin flips as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I see that Stanford's gonna win. It's heads. See,
wow, a lot of these have been heads.
Is that a weighted
that's what
coin?
I'm saying. The favorites have been doing well in the coin toss. Do you have a weighted coin? It's always been coming up heads.
I don't know.
You want me to change it out? I can change it for like a quarter.
He's got a 2-sided coin. Is what it is. He's got a 2-sided coin.
Get the quarter.
Get the quarter.
All right, I got a quarter.
All right. We already chose Kansas, though. We already changed. All right, cool.
God damn it! No, I was kidding.
South Carolina out of the SEC and Oregon out of the Pac-12. Did Oregon won the Pac-12 tournament? Correct.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
They beat
my daughter, who's 2 years old, really liked Oregon because she kept pointing to it and said "circle." I'm like, yeah. So we chose Oregon a lot. So I was like, okay, we're gonna choose Oregon for a lot. I don't know how far. I'll have to see how far Oregon went for her. I chose South Carolina out of this. I know Oregon won the Pac-12, but the Pac-12 is not a very good conference. I don't know. It's not a very good conference. Arizona is the best team out of that conference, and yes, Arizona lost in the Pac-12. But I think the only reason why Oregon won the Pac-12 was because Arizona lost, and I don't know if Oregon would have got an at-large bid if they didn't win the tournament. So I'm not really.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Though.
Yeah, I'm not too terribly confident in this one for them. I like South Carolina.
I like South Carolina too.
I'm going Oregon because in 2019 they did the same thing. We're not large.
Yeah.
And won the tournament. We're a 12 seed, went all the way to the Sweet 16 and lost to Virginia by 4.
Well,
Dana Altman knows how to win in March.
Yeah, he's a great coach when it comes to March.
He knows how to win in March, so that helps.
And sometimes it's just about getting it. It's just about that momentum, and like that momentum is a good thing. So, and I can see that. For what it's worth, my daughter chose Oregon to go to the Elite Eight. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. I don't know. I was watching her picks. I'm like, yeah, do what you gotta do. She doesn't know any better. So, but yeah. So I'm going South Carolina. Sounds like Fyda's going Oregon here. Garrett, Hanifan, what do y'all think?
I'm going South Carolina.
Alex, you know where I'm going. Whack.
No, I don't. Oh no, you're going with the Ducks.
Whack.
You gotta go with the Oregon Ducks.
The Ducks.
All right. Whack. We have a quarter. Maybe the luck has changed for the seats now. Yeah.
Someone get Jackson Fyda some water, by the way. Jesus.
He's dying.
Brother has been coughing the entire show.
It's heads again.
Last week. I'm getting over it.
It's heads.
It's heads.
Maybe it's the gravity in Hanifan's room.
Yeah.
Jackson, I get it. I had
house
pneumonia and bronchitis like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm still getting into coughing fits, so I get it.
I was on my deathbed last week. So
shit's ass.
We're glad you're alive. We're glad you're with us. Creighton and Akron. Creighton out of the Big East. Akron. We're going with Akron.
No way.
I was gonna pass. I was gonna pass. I was going to pass over. Guys, you see how I'm not looking into the camera? I'm not looking into the camera. Okay. I'm going with Akron. Man. Sometimes I make a mistake and I just pass over it and hope no one notices it. You guys noticed it. Good for y'all. Creighton, Akron. I'm not correcting myself. Okay. Creighton is Big East. And then the 14th seed in this matchup are going against each other. I'm going with Creighton. Yeah. Take that.
Take that.
Anybody
for
else?
data.
Yeah, take that for data.
I've also got Creighton.
Yeah, Matt Fisdale. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I would say Creighton, like Stephen Ashworth is a March player. He's the one who he's like the engine of that team. Baylor Shireman's electric. Another NBA guy that y'all should be paying attention to. Trey Alexander's good. Another one. Ryan Kalkbrenner. He's a really good center. I feel like he's bigger than he actually is. He looks like he's like 7'4" and 150 pounds, but he's actually like a strong dude. He's 7'1".
Yeah.
270. So I like Creighton. They're a good team. They're a deep team. They play fast. I like Ashworth a lot because he was at Utah State. He's just a good player. I'm going with Creighton.
We got Texas out of the Big 12, who will be going to SEC next year. And then we have Virginia and Colorado State in another first 4 game. Why did Virginia even fucking get in?
Bro, who knows?
Why did Virginia get in? Why was Colorado State a last 4 team again?
I feel like Colorado State was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
As the last 4, rather.
Them and Boise were both surprising. I'm going with Colorado State in this game.
Yeah, me too.
I hate watching Virginia play basketball.
Me too.
No offense to Tony Bennett. He's an incredibly successful head coach.
Full offense to that fucker.
That pack line defense is good, but I hate watching them play. Ryan Dunn, another NBA guy, another NBA prospect, very good defensive forward. You should be paying attention to him. Isaiah Stevens is one of the best pure point guards in the nation. I feel like I've said that a few times already. Maybe I'm devaluing it, but Isaiah Stevens is very, very good. Colorado State, Josiah Strong, Jalen Lake, they have a good squad. So I'm going with them.
It would have been fun to watch a Colorado State and like an Indiana State play in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that would have been a fun matchup to watch. I still don't think Virginia should have got in. Indiana State being the highest rank on NET history at 29 to not make a tournament, that was bizarre. And it's just kind of like, what the fuck? So I'm going Colorado State in the first 4 game. No one likes Virginia. Good, fuck him. And then full offense. And Matt Hanifan doesn't understand. He was like, no offense to Tony. No, full offense to him. Okay, I don't know why, but it's full offense to him. Like, what I'm, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go Colorado State. What about Colorado State against Texas? I'm always here with Texas, but I'm going Colorado State in this game.
Okay, that's a tough one. A. Smith is good. Texas is really good, but I'm going with Texas.
I'm going Colorado State.
Yep, same.
All right, horns down. Okay, cool. Oh, my favorite matchup of the first round. I think Tennessee sucks. I think they suck. I think I was gonna choose against Tennessee no matter who they played. I was gonna like, and then I was really kind of hoping that St. Peter's would be a 16 seed and Purdue be a 1 seed, and we just get that matchup over. That would have been great.
I'm so in on Dalton Connect. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I'm so in on Dalton Connect. But if you shut him down, like Sakai Ziegler's not enough.
I'm not. I think Tennessee stinks. Shout out to Trey. I think they stink. Like I'm not. I don't even know how good St. Peter's is. I know they don't have Paul Eder, whatever. That white boy was cold.
Oh,
but
Doug.
Yeah. No, was it Doug? My bad.
Yeah,
whatever.
Crazy.
Yeah, that like you know when like your whole team is black and you have one white guy on that team, that white boy is gonna be cold. Like he is gonna be fucking good. It's true. Like you're like, oh shit, that he can hoop. I'm going St. Peter's here.
Is there cops outside Matt Hanifan's house right now?
No, it's just my TV.
Bro, the lights were going crazy just now. I thought he was getting pulled up. I thought he got swatted.
I just have I had my TV on and obviously it got dark where I'm at and so that was just the light.
I just wanted to make sure
it's on
America's you weren't gonna have an FBI raid just now.
I was watching NBA earlier. It's still on ABC, so
they come in. Who do you think is gonna win the tournament? We're doing a video right now.
Yeah, he's getting swatted right now, and he's like, "Hey, so we're stuck on Tennessee. Like, Alex doesn't really like him. I just want to get your thoughts on."
I'm going St. Peter's. I don't know if anyone feels the same. I think Tennessee stinks. I'm not picking them to go far or at all in this tournament. So, I'm going St. Peter's. How's everyone else feeling?
Tennessee.
I got Tennessee.
I have money on Tennessee to make the Final Four and to them to win the national title, so I'm going Tennessee.
I hope Tennessee doesn't win because I'm going to be talking that shit. Okay.
And listen, man, more the power to you. You can talk all that shit you want. You are the 3-time back-to-back shit-talking champion of Vendetta.
Hanifan, you're too nice. Sometimes I'm just like, don't be so nice. No, it's okay. You're a good guy. All right. We're in the round of 32. We're gonna speed up on we're gonna speed up on
this big,
well, because I think we talked about everyone a little bit. I think we can go more into just all right, we're gonna go here, this is why, and it'll be a little bit quicker. That first round always takes forever. UConn and Northwestern, sorry, fighting Cervantes. I can't go twice in a row. I can't go against UConn on this one. I'm going UConn. Anybody? Anyone?
UConn.
UConn. Cool. We're going to go UConn on this one. San Diego State and Auburn.
I'm right now.
This could be a really, really, really good game.
This is a good game. I went with Auburn. I don't feel good about it. But I think, and the reason why is I think Auburn is really good defensively. Maybe not as good as San Diego State, but Auburn also scores better than San Diego State for me. Yeah, and that's really what tipped it over for me. So I think Auburn's a very balanced team, and I have them going over San Diego State just because of their offense. I think defensively they're almost matched up. So
I'm going with the parity of we get a rematch of last year's national title game in the Sweet 16. I'm going San Diego State.
Love that.
I'm riding Mountain West. Give me San Diego State.
All day.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm also going to go San Diego State.
All right. There you go. I guess. Hey, being outvoted on things. All right. BYU and Illinois. Is anyone feeling good about BYU here?
No.
Yeah. I think one good game gets you past the first round. Can't do it twice. Drake and Iowa State. Iowa. Yep, I said it right the first time. I'm good. I almost said Ohio, but I didn't. Against Drake, I'm going Iowa State again. They look nasty. I kind of like them so far. At least to get out of this conference or out of this matchup. Out of the first weekend.
This will be fun. This is an Iowa v. Iowa matchup. I think this will be good. I'm going Drake. I'm going Drake. I think they're pretty legit. Last year they had Miami beat and then they just fell apart at the end. I think this year they're better. Reed is crazy. I'm taking them.
All right. So I got 1-1. I got Iowa State 1. Drake is 1 for Fyda. Garrett, what do you got?
I'm gonna let Hanifan go because I kind of have two schools of thought here. I kind of want to see if I want to make it a coin flip or not. But if Hanifan's gonna go Drake, then it kind of spoils the fun a little.
Oh no, I was gonna say Keyshawn Gilbert. I feel like is gonna be a really tough matchup for Tucker. So I'm gonna go Iowa State. I think
bring up the coin.
I think TJ Eltzenberger will scheme.
You just said you want to go Iowa State.
That's what I said. Yeah.
No, Garrett.
No, I said if he was gonna go Drake, then that ruins the fun because I was going to do the inverse of it. Like if he was, since he picked Iowa State, I'm gonna get it to a coin flip.
All right, whatever. Let's go.
Just to cause chaos.
I think it's Iowa State. I think you're crazy. All right, here we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, here comes Matt Hanifan's weighted coin. Heads will be Drake now. Tails would be Iowa State. So
I thought heads was the higher seed.
Heads is the top, I thought. So in all of these matchups, the top has been the higher.
It was. I originally said the top is like just to make it easy, like heads and tails.
Oh, that's on me. That's on me.
And like all of the higher seeds were top, so it just made
for the round of 64. Yep. Okay. Now watch. This is when it's gonna be tails.
No, it's heads.
I
don't understand how this is.
We did have a tails because we picked a upset earlier because it was.
So just to clarify, it is Drake moving forward, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't like that.
Just want to make sure I had that correct.
Neither do I.
Okay. North Carolina, Michigan State. Is anyone feeling good about another Tom Izzo win here? I like North Carolina. Here, North Carolina is one of the better teams, but sometimes they have some head scratching losses, and you're kind of like, well, you probably should have won that game. But like I said, Tom Izzo in March is nasty. I'm still going North Carolina here, but
Baycott versus Malik Hall is fun. Tyson Walker against RJ Davis is fun. Just a matchup of classic blue bloods, but I'm going with North Carolina.
As much as I hate to say it, they're legit. Carolina.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go Carolina as well. I had no idea Michigan State was so bad against top 25 teams. They're 2-7 on the year. That's hilariously not good.
Well, I don't think Michigan State gets the players it used to get. Like I think in the prime of like Tom Izzo, like they were getting like top talent.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of dwindled a little bit. So it's not
Shout out Nuggets fan favorite from Michigan State, Gary Harris as well.
Shout out Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm. I love seeing the memes sometimes that pop up of Draymond Green on the sideline of like a Michigan State football game in uniform and him just getting like fucking bulldozed.
At tight end, yeah.
It's hilarious. It's so good.
So we got North Carolina on that one.
Shout out Kirk Cousins, Michigan
State.
Kirk O'Banks, who just got paid. Who just got 2.5 bags by Atlanta.
I'm sorry, I forgot. We have a Kirk Cousins fan here. I will keep my Kirk Cousins.
Hey,
listen, I've trashed Kirk Cousins several times. You can go ahead and do it.
Atlanta might.
I just liked him because he was the best quarterback of my lifetime for my own team, which is a pretty low bar.
When you shared the quarterbacks of the Vikings,
were you not alive for Dante Culpepper?
I was an infant.
He doesn't count.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They had Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, my favorite player of all time. Kirk is better. At least at that stage of his career, he was better.
That is valid. That's valid.
Yeah. I hope you get a really good quarterback one day. Matt Hanifan.
I'll be posting
they're gonna trade up for one.
clips from now until whenever the fuck the draft is in late April.
They're trading up to 3 to get Jane Daniels or Drake May. It's probably gonna be Drake May.
Why are we penciling in why are we putting in pen Jaden Daniels goes number 2? I feel like I've seen that a lot over the last 48 hours.
For some reason, like internet discourse has like soured on Drake May as like a top elite level prospect because he doesn't have the right processing and things like that. It's like that's like if you sit and watch the tape, it's very odd. Like no slash to Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, I think, is gonna be a good pro, but I've had Drake May as my QB2 all year long, and like at the end of the year, I feel like this happens every year though.
Yeah,
where like a top player at a position just like falls down for some reason.
Yeah,
I'll say my piece and then we can move on. But I think it also the Commanders got Marcus Mariota, and I don't think they want 2 different quarterbacks with different play styles.
Maybe.
I think that's
a very valid point as well. That's a valid.
And so I think Jane Daniels goes more into Marcus Mariota than
why would they not just keep Sam Howell, who's cheap?
Good question.
Not to turn this into a football show. Sorry.
I can't wait to get a franchise quarterback. All right, that's done.
All right, here we go. We're rooting for you. Fyda's like, I'm happy to be here. All right, St. Mary's in Alabama. St. Mary's, Alabama. I went with St. Mary's. I kept St. Mary's to be Alabama here. I don't know. Alabama's not bad, but I think St. Mary's puts a lot into the program. I think that pays off. And like I said earlier, before I got roasted, but I was like, you have to beat St. Mary's. St. Mary's is not going to beat themselves. Like, you're going to have to go out there and actually beat them at their game to win. So I have St. Mary's still.
Yep, give me St. Mary's. Same reason I gave last time.
Yeah.
This is going to be so weird watching one of the nation's fastest teams versus one of the nation's slowest teams.
It's happened before, and it's always a weird game. It's very weird game.
I feel like this game is going to be a lot more in the half court than what we originally anticipate, just because of the way St. Mary's plays. And just because it's like a tournament game, it's an important game. Like, usually those are slower paced than usual. So, man, I still think Alabama wins, but again, it's like I'm plugging my nose and closing my eyes and just hoping I'm right.
So you got Alabama. We got 2 St. Mary's, 1 Alabama. Garrett, what do you got?
I think Alabama, based off of their offense, they have a better chance to go on a run if they fall behind than St. Mary's does.
Right.
And with that offensive flexibility and that potential to like really unload, I'm going to go with Alabama.
Okay. Get out the coin.
Heads is St. Mary's, tails is Alabama.
Hold on.
Correct.
I lost it in the light.
Hanifan was blinded by the light. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it fell in my pocket. Hold up. We're doing this again.
That was a hell of a coin flip.
How the hell did you manage that?
That's a hell of a coin flip. That's a hell of a coin flip.
Heads again.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Right, so it's St. Mary's. Got it.
I'm actually kind of glad because I did not like picking Alabama in that one. Okay. New Mexico and Colgate. Same reason for the last one. Colgate. I think they can, for like BYU, it's good enough for 1 game to make an upset. Not good enough for 2. Plus the Lobos are playing really damn good ball. I'm going with the Lobos against Colgate. Yeah. I don't think Colgate has enough to win another one.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Which puts them in the Sweet 16. Awesome for New Mexico here for the Lobos.
Love that.
So, Nevada and Arizona.
Man, the conference needs it.
Now, if Matt Hanifan was not confident in Dayton and Nevada to pick his team, are we sure that he's going to be confident in picking Nevada over Arizona? One of the best offenses.
It would be so incredibly funny to watch a Mountain West duel.
A Mountain West Sweet 16 game.
It'd be so. I mean, it'd be funny for me. I don't know how it'd be funny for everyone else.
It'd be funny to those hardcore college basketball guys.
Yeah.
That and the Mountain West guys like you, that keep up with the Mountain West religiously, and then like the guys that really keep track of this, not just in March but the entire year. And they're like, hey, the Mountain West got fucked. So
I forget the name of the Twitter account. Sorry to interrupt. It's like the CBB Sickos Committee or something like that.
They fucking would lose
their shit if we get a Mountain West Sweet 16 matchup. Their Twitter would explode.
I fucking love that account. I like this shit is funny. And then they post the most obscure college or college like sports things. It's absolutely hilarious. And so like, sickos need to be part of Vendetta, I feel like, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Nevada or Arizona? I'm going to Arizona. Matt Hanifan, are you going Nevada just for the meme? Or are you
why the fuck not? Why the fuck not?
I feel like Fyda's gonna go. He's got to roll with Nevada.
I'm wearing
as well.
the hat.
We gotta go Nevada.
You gotta go with your guys.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Garrett, what do you got?
I'll go hometown.
Let's embrace the chaos.
Are you going Nevada? Oh, Mountain West people.
Oh my God.
We're embracing the chaos.
How much are we gonna get shit on for this?
I hope a ton. I hope a ton. I don't care.
Me too.
You just see the 1,000 dislikes on the video. Oh well, it's okay.
Listen, man, this is our bracket. You make your own.
That's
bracket.
right, man. You got a fucking problem with it.
Have your own variation of what you want to do. This is our fucking bracket.
Whoa! Wait a second.
Did Matt Hanifan?
He just said fuck.
Clip it.
I need
it right now.
I need the clip.
Clip it. Short.
I need
Matt Hanifan.
No, I don't even need that. I need the 3-second clip of him saying fuck on my phone. So anytime something comes up, I can just put it in the Slack.
Absolutely.
I need it. I need it.
We need it expeditiously. All right, here we go. I fucked that word up.
Houston. I don't think you said that.
Houston and Nebraska is our next matchup. He's Jackson Fire's like, I don't know what the fuck he said either. So Houston and Nebraska. We have I'm going Houston here. I think Houston's a better team. I do have to say Asian Steph Curry stops getting limelight here, but yeah, I'm gonna go Houston. Houston looks really good, even though they got skull fucked, but in the tournament. But
yeah, no, I'm going Houston too.
Houston.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, Asian Steph Curry.
Listen,
James,
where Tominaga goes off on Shed and they just win.
Yeah.
Right.
James Madison and Duke. You guys were not very high on Duke before. Do we see a James Madison in the Sweet 16? I picked Duke, but Garrett, you have something? Okay. Garrett,
I've got James Madison in the Sweet 16.
James Madison.
I got him.
I have Duke personally. So I'll leave it to y'all two. If y'all want to go for the chaos as such as the Sweet 16 is already for us. It's whatever, but I'm going to go Duke personally. But if y'all see a scenario where James Madison's winning this game, fuck it.
Where wasn't there a James Madison over Duke upset? Can you answer that for me, Jack? Like at some point recently?
Not recently. There have been a lot of like Mercers and other schools.
Was that a Grand? Was it Grand Canyon?
No, did. Mercer did. I'm trying to think if there's another one, but
I want to say there was a James Madison one at some point, or like a scare. I'm talking within like the last 5 or 10 years. I just for some reason in my brain I thought it happened, and I was like, oh, if it happened again, I'm going Duke here. But
Jackson Fyda is looking it up.
I didn't. I know that they played Oral Roberts last year. I thought they were going to lose that game.
It might have been Oral Roberts.
Yeah, they crushed them last year. I think they lose this game, and I hate to say that. But I think Duke sucks, and I think they'll lose this game. And I hate to say it, but
I'd be okay with if the Duke fan is saying that. Hell no, I'm okay with going James Madison here, like just for the shits and giggles of it. Do we have James Madison in Sweet 16?
Yeah.
Garrett, are you looking up something?
I was trying to look up like the history of the two schools. I don't think James Madison and Duke have ever played.
I think you should have looked up Duke's wins and losses and then probably got it from there, from the tournament. That wasn't me being nasty. I felt like if you look up,
you look up the wins and losses of a team, you'll find it. Like it's just like,
no, that's not. I'm not, guys. You know, I'll tell you if I'm being fucking nasty or not. I'm just saying. If you
I'm literally on sportsreference.com since 1949. All the schools they've ever played, and Duke's not on the list.
Okay, there's probably some credence to that though.
I was saying to find the school that Matt Hanifan is talking about, if we would just looked up Duke NCAA tournament recent wins and losses, I feel like we would have found out the team that we're looking for. That's what I meant by that. Wasn't trying to be nasty. I'll go with James
Nope,
Madison.
I got it. Go ahead.
I'll go James Madison. NC State and Kentucky. Are we sure Kentucky's good? Or is anyone really confident in Kentucky? I think let me see. Let me look on my bracket here. I picked Kentucky to win, but I don't feel good about it.
Again, Reed Shepherd's fun as hell, and I think he's going to be a player that has a couple moments in this tournament, whether it's in the first round or not. But DJ Burns is DJ Burns, man. He's made for March from what we've seen. So I'm going Kentucky, but I don't feel good about it.
I'm going NC State just because of the fat kid. DJ Burns, give it to me.
Garrett, what do you got?
Just to backtrack a little bit, I don't know if this is what you guys were talking about, but the only thing I see of note in 2016, Duke was a 4 seed and played UNC Wilmington in the first round and only won by 8, and they played the 12th seeded Yale in the second round and only won by like 7.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like that's what you guys are talking about, so that's good. I'm gonna go.
I'm glad you looked that up, Garrett. Garrett, I like the effort you put into looking that up for us.
Yeah, thanks. Going Kentucky.
So we have 3 Kentucky, 1 NC State. I'm good with it. I can live with it. Scrolling down, Garrett. Scrolling down.
Oh no, I just want to make sure I didn't have anything.
I didn't pick Florida in the round of 64. I'm picking Marquette. I'm going with Shaka Smart. Even at Boise State, I picked Boise State to win against Florida. I picked Boise State to win against Colorado, then Florida. But I still have them both losing to Marquette anyway, so I have Marquette in that game. Everyone else kind of in agreement. Maybe only a 1-game win for them. All right, cool. Yeah. Scrolling down.
That's a good game. Like, that's a low-key good game, though, Florida and Marquette. Yeah. That's going to be a good game, but I'm with you.
Are the Mountain West guys going with Utah State over Purdue? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm doing it.
See, I
also have Utah State.
Even though Utah State doesn't have much size to match up with Edie.
I picked Purdue. I picked Purdue. But
this isn't much of a spoiler, but in our little thing outside of Vendetta, I want to say I had Utah State in the Elite 8.
I did too.
Because in this here, I had Samford and McNeese, and then I believe they beat McNeese here.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now. This is such like we might look like geniuses looking back on this, considering we have 2 Mountain West guys on here. Considering the national narrative right now, or at least from what I've seen, is the Mountain West got completely fucked with this. If they just go on like a run, and like the mountain, like it's just like the narrative, like the Mountain West told y'all or something like that. Like we could look like absolute geniuses with what we predict here.
True.
With these Mountain West teams, the Mountain West might have gotten screwed in this, and they don't have a good enough history of winning these games, with the exception of San Diego State last year. But guess what? Guess what they're doing to these teams this year? You shouldn't have ranked them this low. I don't know. It's almost like a nobody believes in us type mentality.
And last year, I was like, if you take out the Power 5 schools or Power 6 schools, technically, I'd be like, who would be the next conference? I remember asking that question in the Slack last year, and I think Matt Hanifan, I think Carl Heiser, and I think even Cervantes answered me was Mountain West. Yeah. And this is showing the 6 bids for the Mountain West, they are that next conference.
It's a conference most, and last year they got 4, which is historically a lot for the Mountain West, and 3 of those teams, including my dumbass school, flamed out, and San Diego State was just the one that put him on its back. And so
well, sometimes that's all it needs. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It obviously good for the conference. They get a lot of money with the units and everything, but the Mountain West doesn't historically have a good enough track record outside of Nevada in 2018 and San Diego State last year. Recently, and that advancing in the tournament, maybe this year is one of those years where they get 6 in, they get underseeded, and they go on this kind of run. And I'm not saying Nevada's going to make the Sweet 16 or anything, but they could make a run like some of the other schools like Utah State here.
I think that's important though. Is last year I remember this Hanifan that San Diego State was the only team, but you were rooting hard for San Diego State because it's good for the conference.
Yeah.
and like money for the conference and all of that shit. And I think that's important. So rooting for your conference when you are those mid-majors kind of teams. I'm not even sure Mountain West is necessarily a mid-major anymore. You really can't say they are. So
it's tough. Like it's kind of like labeling Gonzaga a mid-major.
And they're not.
Like they're not really a mid-major, even though they're in the West Coast Conference. So it's like,
yeah. We got Gonzaga and Kansas here. I don't think Gonzaga is as good as last year. And this was my thing. I chose Kansas because even if I chose Gonzaga or McNeese here, if Kansas was completely healthy, I was going to go Kansas here. I was going to go Kansas. So that's my kind of analysis on the game, is that really that I don't think Gonzaga is as good as last few years. Gonzaga does, like you said, they have Ryan Nembhard, but this team is a little bit less talented than years past. Yeah. And if Kansas is fully healthy, I think they win this game.
Yeah. No, I'm going with Gonzaga here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just don't like Kansas's depth. That scares the hell out of me. But I can see a world where Kansas wins this game. Like it's not crazy to me. But I have Gonzaga.
Fyda and Garrett, what do we got here?
I had both them losing. So seeing this matchup,
I also had both of them losing.
Yeah, I'm going Gonzaga. I think with McCullough still questionable, I don't think they win without McCullough. So
okay, so that two for that. Garrett, where are you going here? Gonzaga or Kansas?
I'm also gonna go Gonzaga.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go Gonzaga to the Sweet 16, right there. If they get past McNeese here, but South Carolina and Creighton. I think South Carolina is good to beat Oregon. I'm not sure they're good enough to beat Creighton. Creighton's one of the only 3 Big East teams that came out to the tournament. But Creighton's a damn good team.
They are really good.
So I'm gonna go Creighton here. I don't think South Carolina has enough firepower to keep up.
Yeah, I'm going Creighton.
I don't think Creighton has, or I don't think South Carolina has enough firepower. I'm going Creighton too.
I had St. Peter's winning against Tennessee, so there's no way I'm picking fucking Tennessee. I'm not. Like I said, I think Colorado State beats Virginia. I think they beat Texas, and then I had Colorado State beating St. Peter's. So I guess I got to take them over Tennessee. I'm going Colorado State.
It's my Mountain West theory.
For the context of the viewer who might have just jumped in early, we had Colorado State winning the matchup against Virginia. So Colorado State is the team in the game against Tennessee.
There you go.
I'm also taking Colorado State for what it's worth. I'm taking the Rams.
I'm going Tennessee. I hate to do it. I'm feeling Tennessee to the Sweet 16.
Are you even a Mountain West guy?
I know, but Dalton Connect. I can't get off the train. I'm going Tennessee.
Again, considering I have money bagged into Tennessee, I'm going with Tennessee here.
You're not a Mountain West guy either,
brother.
Well, what happened to the other side of the bracket when we picked New Mexico and Nevada to go to the Sweet 16, and then now we're over here trying to get Colorado State to the Sweet 16? You guys aren't about it.
We have the fun side and then the business side over here.
That is true. Listen, picking March Madness games is like a mullet. You got sometimes you have business in the front, you can have party in the back.
Yeah.
All right, get the coin, get it out.
Coin.
Just don't throw it in your pocket again.
It's going heads now. This is time. It's going heads.
Oh, I need to turn on the light.
The eternal battle.
Heads again, bro. What's going on?
Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? We got Colorado State in.
Well, I'm complaining because it's always heads. And on the side note, I really need to get better at coin flipping.
I'm back. Okay. I'm glad we got Colorado State back in. I'm glad we got Colorado State in. I can't believe the Mountain West guys did not want that to happen. There we go. UConn and San Diego State.
What are you talking about? I want it to happen. I'm just not predicting it to happen.
Yep.
But again, I also predicted Nevada. So, who the hell am I kidding? I predicted Nevada in one round against one of the best teams in the country, but didn't against a 7 seed who they're favored against. So, again,
I don't know.
My logic is all over the place. I really don't.
What is he cooking? That's what we need to know. What is he cooking? UConn and San Diego State, Mountain West, and as Matt Hanifan alluded to earlier, this was the final from last year matchup. I'm going UConn. I think UConn is the team to beat. Spoiler alert. So for me, Illinois and Drake, or Illinois, as some would say. I'm going to go Illinois.
All right.
It's okay. I said Akron earlier, so
that is significantly worse than adding an S on Illinois. So I get
it though?
That's fair.
At least we don't have.
Yes.
At least we don't have a like an Arkansas in here, and someone say Arkansas. That would have been top. Like that would have been top tier. But I'm going to Illinois here. Fyda, are you going back with Drake? Drake has been your guy. They've been your team.
I think they get to this game, but nah. Illinois is too good.
Okay.
Drake has. I think they've got 2 wins in them. Really hot first weekend, and then they just flame.
What do you got here, Hanifan? Oh, you already picked Illinois. I heard that.
We had 3. We had 3.
I did not pick Illinois yet.
So,
I'm actually on Drake here.
Yeah. How dare you scroll and not get Matt Hanifan's pick?
Well, I'm sorry. We had 3. We are.
Garrett here, but I do think
Matt Hanifan, what is your pick for the Illinois and Drake game? Illinois is coming out of the Big Ten. Drake.
I have Drake. I don't like Illinois. They have Terrence Shannon Jr. who did some bad guy stuff against Illinois.
I'm sorry, Matt Hanifan, you did get outvoted, but it is good that we got your vote in here, and you are a valued committee of our committee on this. So hopefully you don't get skipped over again. That was crazy. All right, North Carolina and St. Mary's. I think this is where St. Mary's stops. I think this is their stopping point. They did get into the Elite 8 is good for them. Or is this the Sweet 16? Sweet 16. But I think this is where the run stops. I go North Carolina here.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I allowed to pick North Carolina now?
Yes, because everyone gave their vote.
Okay, so now can I go forward?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I just had to double check.
Do y'all see how I bitched him now? Like you see how he only listens to me? Like
y'all see how I let him have the confidence to think that he bitched me? That's crazy.
So you like baited me to think I'm the alpha, but you
I baited you to think you're baiting me. It's Giga Brain.
I got you.
Bro, I ain't got all this room in my forehead for nothing.
It's a Uno reverse card. The Mountain West matchup that we all wanted to see, New Mexico and Nevada. I'm going Lobos. If we're gonna do this, if Arizona's not making the Sweet 16, I'm gonna ride with the Lobos. I know I got some Nevada guys in here, but I'm gonna go with the Lobos here. I didn't think Arizona was gonna lose, so I actually had Arizona win this game. But if y'all wanna play that game, I'm gonna go with the Lobos.
For y'all out there watching who are hating on this matchup, you can kiss my skinny white ass.
I got clip that one too. We got him to cut.
New Mexico. Actually, I don't know. I mean, like, it's hard to be a team 3 times in a row. New Mexico beat Nevada twice this year, including they kicked the living what out of Nevada.
What happened?
Oh, you can't say shit, but you can say fuck and ass.
Damn, what happened? We lost.
But
it's progress. It's progress.
It's progress, I guess. I'm just mad at the haters out there. I'm going New Mexico here.
See, I'm going Nevada because, like you said, hard to beat a team 3 times unless it's Drake versus fucking Bradley for whatever reason. But I'm going give me Nevada.
I had New Mexico and Arizona in this matchup, and I still picked New Mexico over Arizona, so I'm going to go New Mexico here as well.
Wow.
You're feeling those Lobos. You are
did.
feeling those Lobos.
Listen, man, they played some really, really, really good basketball in the Mountain West tournament. So
Houston, James Madison. I'm going Houston, guys. I can't go James Madison again. I can't put him in the Elite 8 in good confidence. That's just me personally. Houston. I have Houston.
Same.
Garrett, did you have James Madison going to the Elite 8?
I did.
At least
only because they were matched up with Houston, and Houston kind of scares me a little bit.
Now, Garrett, did you see how I got everyone's vote, even though you were already outvoted?
All right, guys.
Kentucky
our
and
next
Marquette
matchup here, we've got
Kentucky and Marquette here. We were kind of iffy on Kentucky. I feel like the last time. I still kind of like Marquette here. I think Marquette's one of the better teams in the in the nation. Shaka Smart, I've always liked Shaka Smart, even though that he might never beat the allegations of choking. I still think he's a great coach. Like I do like when he get that inbounds play that he did, where I don't know. You remember that? I don't remember who shot it, but the guy didn't get it off in time, and they lost, and it went to overtime.
Yeah.
But the play was fucking beautiful. Like just like watching the play, and you're like, holy shit, like that. Like that is something you come out of the timeout, and that is one. It's just if you was like a fraction of a second sooner, it's going to be easy. But I got Marquette in this game.
I'm going Marquette.
Marquette. Yeah, I'm going Marquette too.
Cool. Marquette
I think they
all
got
around.
the defense to match up with Kentucky. I'm going Marquette.
Marquette, Elite Eight, awesome. Utah State and Gonzaga. I had Kansas beating Utah State in this matchup. So I feel like I'm gonna go Gonzaga here over Utah State. If it was gonna be Utah State and Kansas, I have Kansas here. So, but I had Purdue and Kansas here, and I had Kansas beating Purdue. So that was my Sweet 16 matchup. But I'll put Gonzaga in the Elite Eight. That's a good consolation prize. McNeese, I could see McNeese going this far. I don't know, maybe we'll see. Yeah. My daughter had McNeese in the final, so just gotta keep sprinkling that in. So if she's right, I'm like, yeah, I raised a prodigy. So no, I'll go Gonzaga here against Utah State.
Me too.
I'm going Utah State.
I had in my bracket, I had Utah State in the Elite Eight, so I'm gonna go Utah State.
So we're going. So get the coin out. Don't lose it. Don't lose. He's got it. Can you flip it on?
We're ready to put Utah State in the Elite Eight because it's gonna pull up heads again.
If it goes heads, I don't know if we can take any of the coin flips into consideration.
Yeah, it's heads. Do you want me to change the coin again?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
you're fine. It's heads.
Right, I don't know how often this has happened. This is an unbelievable streak.
I think
Matt, I would go out and buy a lottery ticket if you could, or like a scratcher tomorrow, because this is
go buy a Mountain West team is winning
when I share my shit. So
it's fair.
Go buy a Mountain West is winning the final, like ticket, whatever that looks like. Just the Mountain West.
Yeah, which conference wins the national title?
Yeah, there you go. I feel like it's in. Creighton against Colorado State for me. I think it's all Colorado State for all of us. So I pick Creighton here. I think Colorado State has a really good run here, but I think Creighton's going to be too good for them. So that's and Colorado.
Actually, wait, no. I don't know if y'all knew about this. Colorado State literally kicked the you-know-what out of Creighton earlier this year.
I don't know what it is. What is the you-know-what?
They beat the crap out of them.
All right.
I
tried. I
got you.
You did.
They smoked Creighton in a neutral site in Vegas earlier this year. It was probably the best win of any Mountain West team in non-conference play.
Colorado's like, Vegas and Colorado State, that's closer than
it's not, but I'm saying it's not like a foregone conclusion. Creighton was awful against Mountain West teams this year. They also lost to UNLV, who didn't even make it. But I'm still going Creighton. I think they get their revenge. But I'm just saying, I'm planting that seed. I'm planting that seed of like Colorado State has seen Creighton before.
And you know what's funny is someone's gonna watch this and like, is this a Mountain West site? They're just gonna like,
propaganda.
It's whatever. All right, Creighton.
I'm here to push it. I don't care.
I went Creighton. Everyone going Creighton here. Good. Okay.
Wait.
Cool. Now.
Wait. There we go. Wait. There we go. Got it.
All right. We are down to the. Is this Elite Eight?
This is Elite Eight.
Elite Eight. We are down to the Elite Eight. Almost done with the video. Should go. That first round always takes forever. Now we're kind of zooming through this. UConn and Illinois.
UConn.
You said Matt Hanifan. You said Illinois scares you. I have UConn advancing here.
No, I didn't say Illinois scares me. I said their best player did some bad guy stuff. So I'm rooting for it.
Oh, so they scare you. Because the guy did bad guy stuff. What does the rest of the team do? You gotta think about that. Going to this.
They're better human beings. Let me just put it that way.
North Carolina and New Mexico State, guys, I can't. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing another Mountain West. Like we gotta.
I'm not doing it. Yeah.
We're not doing it, guys. It's gotta be North Carolina.
I'm with you.
It's Carolina.
As much fun as it would be to watch New Mexico make it to a Final Four, the right answer is North Carolina.
Be so funny.
All right, Houston and Marquette. This is a very good game. I actually hope we get this matchup in the Elite Eight. I'm good with either of these teams going to the Final Four. I personally picked Houston, but both of these teams I feel like are big. I don't want to say chokers, but chokers. Going into they're like in the tournament, one has to lose. So I think both of these teams getting to the Elite Eight is actually very good for them. And I think it helps if one team goes farther. I picked Houston. I would be very happy for Shaka Smart and Marquette to get to the Final Four, though. But I have Houston.
If y'all like masochistic basketball, this is the game for you. There's going to be a lot of turnovers. There's going to be a lot of what chaos. Kind of possession was that? It's just going to be chaos.
Yes.
I'm rolling with Jamal Shedd's really good. I'll go Marquette. I do have money on Marquette too, so I'll go Marquette.
What'd you say, Fyda? I know you said one.
Yeah, Marquette.
Marquette, Garrett, Marquette. All right, cool. I'm good with that. I'm good with Marquette then. Marquette going to the Final Four. Good for Shaka Smart. Utah State and Creighton. Guys, I'm going Creighton.
I'm also going Creighton.
I don't know if I could do another Mountain West team.
Listen, again, Creighton beat the Mountain West allegations in the previous round.
Exercise those demons.
I'm gonna go Utah State.
Okay.
I'm going Creighton.
Okay.
Oh, I was really hoping for a coin flip there. All right, fair enough.
Well, yeah, and the heads would have went to Utah State.
Another heads.
Yeah, the heads would have went to Utah State.
That is true. The heads would have went to Utah State. So
I actually I really like this this Final Four right here. We have UConn, North Carolina, Marquette, and Creighton. For my Final Four, I think I had Kansas over Creighton. But I definitely had Creighton in the Elite Eight, so this actually works. I think this is a very it could happen. I think this could happen. This Final Four. So I'm going UConn.
Teams that you said again?
So this is my 4 teams that I had. I had if Kansas is healthy, fully healthy, I had UConn, I have Arizona, I have Houston, and I have Kansas.
No, I'm asking for the like you said the stats at the beginning, the national titles, which teams fit under these parameters for.
So we have UConn, Houston, Purdue, Arizona, Tennessee, UNC, Auburn, and Marquette. So 3 of these teams fit this criteria. Marquette does not. Marquette does not fit this criteria.
I thought you mentioned Marquette, the last team.
Creighton. Creighton's not good enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought Creighton didn't make the
Creighton didn't make it. So I have UConn. Beating North Carolina. I think UConn has just been the most consistent team. UNC's I think ceiling or upside is better than UConn, but I think steady course UConn is the most consistent and probably one of the best teams in the nation, obviously in the Final Four. I think they're the team to beat. I think they're the best team in the nation. I picked UConn to go to the championship.
For what it's worth, guys, according to I'm looking at Ken Pom. I know they do the adjusted offense and defense based on strength of schedule and stuff like that. All 3 of these teams fit into the top 25 offense and defense.
Oh, there you go. So whose strength of schedule was the hardest? Yeah, I put you on the spot now. You weren't ready for it.
I was not.
It's all right.
Hardest.
UConn and North Carolina.
Marquette was the hardest.
So that actually works out for their favor as well.
Marquette, then North Carolina, then Creighton, then UConn.
Maybe that's why. It's because UConn's strength of schedule is not the highest. What do y'all got for this game?
I think UConn.
UConn.
UConn for Fyda. All right, we're going UConn to the championship, maybe a back-to-back championship. Garrett, we talked about this either last night or the night before. how many back-to-back champions there were. Does anyone know the last time there was a back-to-back champion? Not you, Garrett, since we talked about it.
Damn it. Well, while they think about this, this is my Final Four that I had in our Pick'em, Alex. I had this Final Four.
I can't think of like the last time there was a back-to-back.
Was it Duke? It was Florida.
It was Florida. It's Florida.
Florida. Wow. Okay.
Florida 06 and 07.
Yep, got it.
Wow.
Let's go.
All right. Jackson Fyda's winning trivia night. Fucking love it. Trivia night. UConn, and then we got Marquette and Creighton here.
This has the potential. This is going to be like if UConn wins this game, this would be a Big East national title.
I think, yeah. And I think only having 3 Big East teams, this is a really good showing for the Big East. They only had three bids, so this would be really good for them, and maybe put a little bit more respect for them. Is that me?
Jesus Christ!
No, that was me.
Jesus Christ!
That was me.
I'm awake. I'm gonna go Marquette. Yeah,
I've also got Marquette.
I'm gonna go with Marquette. I'm a ride with Shaka Smart.
I'm Marquette.
And Tyler Colette. Yep, that guy. Yep.
I heard Fyda he's got Marquette as well.
Yeah, Marquette.
Matt Hanifan.
I'm just looking. Okay, so they split the season series. Marquette and Creighton did. I'll say Marquette.
Cool. We got UConn and Marquette. Big East championship. Great for the Big East. I'm going to go with UConn. I'm going UConn here. I think UConn.
I've also got UConn to repeat.
I think
how possible is it that a team wins 4 times in a row against someone? But I think I'm going UConn too.
I think UConn has the team. I think they got the coach. Dan
Hurley's so good.
Dan Hurley, yeah, he's a great coach. So I think it's gonna be UConn. Garrett, I heard UConn for you, Jackson Fyda, just for shits and giggles. UConn, Marquette, UConn. So it was always UConn, guys. It was always UConn. No matter how many Mountain West teams we went through.
Garrett, you can punch me in the face if you ever meet me while saying this, but I was telling my dad this morning. UConn reminds me of like the Nuggets today. In terms of like, I think they're the most like repeatable champion that I can remember in recent memory.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's entirely
so.
Fair.
If the Nuggets or UConn flames out, mostly the Nuggets, Garrett, you are more than welcome to just slap me across the face.
You're too nice a guy. I could never do that. But
I'm not picking against. It's so hard picking against UConn. It's so hard picking against the Nuggets. I'm just not. I can't
The thing about it is like. Garrett, you would forget this conversation, and Matt Hanifan would immediately say sorry like 200 times if the Nuggets like didn't win the championship.
Yeah, no. What would happen is like Hanifan and I would meet for the first time, and we dab, and he'd be like, "Bro, I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "For what?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh, you don't remember," and I'm be like, "Oh my god, you're right."
Yeah, and then you'd have to, just what I'm saying. So
because I know if one team, I know if the Nuggets like don't win it, this team's second up is a team I'm just gonna be really fucking mad at that wins the title, and Chickster knows exactly who I'm thinking of. So
now, Garrett, is there a way to zoom out so we can see the whole thing all together? You think? No, maybe
Control minus.
Okay, try that. Did not work.
Yeah, you gotta like press. Yeah, you gotta press like Control minus.
Oh, there we go.
I know. I tried doing that and it wasn't doing anything. It's gonna look terrible. It's gonna look terrible.
Is there a way that you could like download this or something? Or
perhaps. No? We're gonna make a Vendetta group anyway, and so we'll put these results in. But yeah, we'll do that. But this has been the Vendetta bracket, the official 2023-2024 March Madness Vendetta bracket, filled with a lot of Mountain West teams going a little bit farther. I don't know why that happened. It's like we have Mountain West guys in here whatever. I feel good about the bracket. There's only a few that I didn't really some picks I didn't really agree with, but all in all, like the way we get closer into like the Elite Eight, Final Four, those are the picks that really matter. And so I think we did a great job of getting the teams that we kind of need out of that. It's a good bracket. Is it the best bracket? No, because mine is. But we'll find out. Like I think it's gonna be good regardless. Any closing thoughts, Garrett, Jackson, Fyda, Matt Hanifan? Any closing thoughts? It's been wonderful doing this with y'all. Spend the last 2 hours with you guys picking college basketball, talking basketball. It's always a good time.
Let's go Nevada.
Nevada.
Nevada. Like,
there you go.
Go Nevada. Don't disappoint me.
Could you imagine the Mountain West just have a shitty outing? Like, could you imagine?
That's historically how it's gone, though. So it wouldn't surprise me. It would frustrate me, but it wouldn't surprise me.
And then we would get dissed more. So, Garrett, you good? You look like you're thinking about something to say.
I saved it as a PDF and now I can't find it. I was gonna pull it up and I can't. So I don't know.
Well, check your downloads or something. I don't know. Your file.
It's not. I can't pull it up while I'm presenting my screen.
Anyway, before we have more technical issues, we'll get you out of here. It's been long enough. Thank y'all for participating. It's been great. We will try to keep up with this as much as we can. Talk shit to each other. Hopefully, we might have a couple videos on updates. We'll see. But this has been the official Vendetta bracket. Comment below which ones were dumb. If you hate the Mountain West picks, I don't blame you.
This is our bracket, bro.
If you
keep your hate, dude. This is our bracket.
No, my bracket's right here.
Bracket and say we're
hey, be careful before Matt Hanifan drops another fuck bomb on you. Right? Don't piss him off.
This is our bracket. This is our bracket. All four of us made this. All the haters out there, make your own bracket, bro, and see how it does.
Maybe
who the hell can predict any of this stuff? All right, y'all think you're geniuses out there because you don't think New Mexico and Nevada make the Sweet 16. Yeah, go fuck yourself, bro. Come on, man.
Got him. We got him. Well, mate, I think what we have to do is make a Vendetta group and just open it to the public. So be on the lookout for that on Twitter. We are at Vendetta VSM. Look on Twitter for that. We'll post a link out there for it. We'll make a group, post it out there. Join the group. Compete with all of us that are going to be making brackets. I make 25 brackets a year, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm shameless.
25.
I make the
brother. 3 years in a row, we've joined the same group, and I've seen 25 entries.
How do you have that much time?
He finds the time.
I have a process. If I'll go a step further. Do I watch any women's college basketball the entire year? Probably not. I might watch one game.
25 brackets.
25 brackets. Shameless. I do not care.
Listen, man, I don't hate it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta buy a whiteboard and I'll have my own brachiology. And you know what I'm saying?
Brachiology.
That's what I said.
Brachiology.
I knew I should have ended the video. I knew we should have ended the video because I fucking embarrassed myself once again.
Oh shit.
However, here we are.
Brachiology.
I feel like if I give it out, I gotta also take it.
Brackey. Brachia.
No,
when you shake your head,
it's just EA. It's just like brachiology or EO, whatever it is.
Brachiology.
Garrett, when you shake your head, all we can hear is your brain rattling because your brain's so fucking small. All right, let's end the video. Okay, thank you for being here. I love you guys. This has been the Vendetta bracket. Join our group. Go against us. We'll see you next time. Get out of here before I make another mistake. Bye.